Deidre at Solano Road and also in McClenny. Bring the kids and enjoy the low and slow cooking that Woody's is famous for.
This is Woody Mills inviting you to Woody's Barbecue today. Come see us.
At Woody's Barbecue, it's what we do. Let's eat.
Are you looking to make a move? Whether you're buying your first home or your forever home, at Ameris Bank, we'll help you get the keys in your hand. Our local mortgage bankers will guide you through the process, from choosing the right loan to closing on your new home, and everything in between. We even offer down payment and closing cost assistance to eligible first-time homebuyers. Visit amerisbank.com/mortgage to learn more and find a mortgage banker near you. Ameris Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Are you an experienced automotive technician and tired of working for employers who put profit over people? Then come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road and get trained on how to diagnose and rebuild today's complex transmissions. See how we're different. Get traction on your career and come to Action.
Equal opportunity employer.
If you're looking for exterior solutions that provide you reliability and durability, it's time to call Armor Guard Exteriors. Whether you need seamless gutters or gutter protection, hurricane products, impact windows, glass lanais, or retractable awnings and screens, we've got you covered. Call My Home Team today for your 5-star experience at 904-906-8669.
Armor Guard Exteriors, committed to quality, and that's a promise.
When it comes to commercial fence services, Superior Fence and Rail has you covered. If your business needs automatic gates or security fence and railings, trust Superior with your next commercial project. Superior's team delivers great communication, high-quality products, and exceptional customer service. Just read any of their 2,300-plus reviews.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
I'm Dr. Mitchell Yass, the most unknown world-renowned expert on pain elimination. That's right, elimination. If you've tried medications, injections, physical therapy, chiropractic, even surgery, and still experience pain, then say yes to YAS. I have successfully used the YAS method for over 30 years to help thousands reclaim their lives. To learn more, call me at 904-906-YASS. Let's end your pain and say yes to YAS.
1010XL, WJXL AM and FM, Jacksonville Beach, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. From the offseason to the postseason, nobody covers the Jaguars like 1010XL. This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On August 4th, 2007, Alex Rodriguez becomes the youngest player in MLB history to hit 500 home runs, connecting on the first pitch he sees as Yankees beat Royals.
Got chronic joint pain but want to avoid steroids and surgery? Take some advice from pro football legend Emmitt Smith. Call QC Kinetics.
Let QC Kinetics help you improve your quality of life with biologic therapies that get your body to repair and restore damaged tissue.
These exciting new regenerative treatments from local medical professionals can help your body heal itself with lasting pain relief.
Trust me, you want to avoid surgery if you can. Check out these biologic treatments to see what your options are.
QC Kinetics, restorative, regenerative solutions with no downtime, no surgery, no drugs.
I'm talking about joint pain we all can relate to in your knees, your shoulders, your hips, and your lower back. They'll get you feeling good again.
Get relief now.
What are you waiting on? Make the call to QC Kinetics. Tell them Emmitt Smith sent you.
Call QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522. 904-274-5522.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Care you can see.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
It's winning time for your Jacksonville Sharks, and they need you to fill the tank. The Sharks are back home for the playoffs this Saturday, August 5th, kickoff, 7 o'clock. No one better to take it out on than your bitter, hated rivals, the Orlando Predators. Winner, off to the championship game where we're going to hang a banner. Family, affordable fun. Tickets start at just $15. Available now. Call 904-621-0700. Or for more info, go to jacksharks.com.
Whether you are looking for a job or an employer trying to hire, there's only one stop in Jacksonville, Remedy Staffing. Labor trends keep us guessing. As employers, the job market's been strong. So what does that mean for workers' availability? If you're interested in the workforce solutions or how the Remedy team can help you, call or text Crystal at 904-329-9802. 329-9802, Remedy Staffing.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken. You know it! Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal. Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth. We are excitable. Good morning. Rise and shine. It's a Friday. It's a GFL Friday. One day closer to the Shangri-La we know as football season. Agent Zero met the media yesterday. I saw that after a light workout over at the stadium. Agent Zero is finding his swag, isn't he?
Oh, he came in with that little swag.
He came in with a little, and with every day that he's more established here, Agent Zero ain't afraid to tell you what Agent Zero thinks he is.
I'm him.
Which is one of the, that's right. Is there a more confident statement that today's athlete can make?
Nope.
And it might get thrown around more often than it should.
Yeah.
Right? You make a big play in the moment, you're not necessarily him. But if you do it time and time again, we shall see if Calvin Ridley's confidence gets matched by his production. No reason to doubt him at this point, what we've seen so far in training camp. But he did meet the media yesterday, so a great opportunity for you here this hour to hear what Calvin Ridley has to say about his start. We are like really in the dog days of camp now, boy. There's a day off today, thankfully. By the way, they scrimmage in the stadium tomorrow. If you want to go, it's free. Parking's free. Seats are free. You do have to register online, but that's a snap these days. What kind of crowd you expect we'll see tomorrow, E.T.?
I think it'll be a decent crowd.
Yeah, 15 grand maybe?
Yeah, I think it'll be up there.
What is a number that would make you, go, ooh, wow, 15, 20,000? That's a lot of people on an early Saturday morning.
That is, and that's what I expect.
Right?
I expect that.
To sit out in the sun and watch your favorite team practice. We're talking about practice.
We're talking about practice, not a game.
Not a game.
Practice.
Practice. Football season started last night. All right, man. There's probably a story behind it. I don't want to be too mean. You got DeMarcus Ware in there yet, E.T.?
Oh, not yet.
What? Again, I sit next to a guy every morning who sings with unbridled joy in a very off-putting tone. He loves to sing, Dan Hicken, but he's not good at it. But we let him. It's childlike, the enthusiasm, the exuberance, right? And maybe there's a story about, is DeMarcus Ware going to the Hall this weekend, I suppose?
Yes, he is.
So is there a story behind why DeMarcus Ware chose to sing the national anthem last night to kick off the...
I have no clue.
Am I being harsh in my judgment that it wasn't real?
Not.
It wasn't real good.
No, you're not.
So, I'm going to, while we play you a bit, I don't like to make fun of our national anthem. That's not the intent here. But when a Hall of Famer decides he's going to sing it, the results aren't always great. Now, do you even remember, is this before your time?
No, I do remember.
Carl Lewis?
Yes. Oh, my gosh.
We'll revisit that. Go ahead and pull that. A little later this morning, we'll revisit some of the all-time worst. Roseanne offended the whole world. Remember she grabbed her crotch?
Oh, man.
Yeah, at a baseball game. So, yeah, the anthem has been butchered. Now, last night it wasn't, DeMarcus Ware wasn't being silly.
Boy, we're dead serious.
Well, here you go. This is Hall of Famer DeMarcus Ware kicking off the 2023 NFL football season at the Hall of Fame game up there in Canton with, we'll say, his rendition of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
He's trying. I mean, he's almost there.
He started out all right.
Still not bad. He's hanging around. Wait, what?
Whose broad stripes and bright stars
crack it a little.
through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed.
This is always hard.
And the rockers regulate.
Okay.
Bombs bursting in
Now, E, let's plot it down. You're a singing expert. I mean, you belted it out. What, 5th grade? What was this?
6th grade.
6th grade, you belted it out. I mean, it's a little off-key. I guess it's not horrible. It is a Hall of Famer.
As I listened to it again, it wasn't as bad.
Now, the first time I heard it, maybe I heard the highlights. It gave me the scratchy part. So, and now, by the way, I feel incredibly bad about it because, yes, there is a meaning behind it. Can we just go back? Let's erase it. Let's start our Friday over with play the open, E. Play the open this morning. Let's start again. For the love of Pete, he's doing it in memoriam for Demaryius Thomas.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken. You know it! Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth. We are excitable. And Agent Zero's got some swag, doesn't he?
Yeah, he been had that swag.
Yeah, we're going to hear from him coming up this hour. Football season got started last night. What a touching rendition of the national anthem by DeMarcus Ware.
He did his thing.
Right, you get up out of your element. You're not a singer. You're a football player. You're a Hall of Famer. You're going in this weekend. And the only word to describe it would be inspirational.
Touching.
Touching. I mean, it was a tribute to his late Denver Broncos teammate, Demaryius Thomas, who tragically died with a seizure disorder back in 2021 at the age of 33. The two of them would stand on the sidelines together and sing the anthem before the games.
Wow.
So
what a story.
What a story. What a voice. Voice of an angel.
Songbird.
A total songbird. Here's to new beginnings. The ACC hears FSU barking. And, it's funny who this came from because they may not be barking. No, they're laying in the weeds, North Carolina. They are also going to be a top candidate to head to the Big Ten, SEC, Big 12, wherever this all shakes out. The Pac-12 is dead. We now learn the Big Ten is sniffing around not just Oregon and Washington, but Cal and Stanford. The Big 12 is on the verge, apparently, of adding Arizona. So the Pac-12 is dying. It's dying fast, at least. Just put it out of its misery. Somebody take Pac-12 behind the barn, put a bullet in them. Like an old dying animal. Not gangland violence, but you know what I'm saying. It's time to put the Pac-12 down. They did an awful job. Blame the commissioner. I was thinking about this. It wasn't that long ago that the Pac-12 was on the verge of adding Texas. And that's kind of what jump-started the SEC into, you know what, man, if these schools are going to move, we might need to be a little more proactive. The initial Texas move kind of led to Texas A&M and Missouri, the initial rumors of Texas to the Pac-12. But this isn't about the Pac-12. This is about the ACC's response to the bluster that came out of FSU's Board of Trustees meeting on Wednesday. North Carolina Athletic Director Bubba Cunningham. You gotta love an athletic director named Bubba. He took exception, though, to the way that FSU is publicizing their willingness to leave the ACC. He was on a radio station in Raleigh yesterday, responding to the comments of FSU President Richard McCullough. McCullough told the board that, as we went through yesterday, up and down, that they're very seriously going to consider leaving the ACC unless we get a different conference revenue distribution model. I don't see that happening. What does that leave the options? But Cunningham, the North Carolina AD, answered yesterday, I don't think it's good for our league for them to be out there barking like that. I'd rather see them be a good member of the league, support the league. If they have to make a decision, so be it. Pay the exit fee. Wait for your grant of rights that you've given. And then in 2036, when those rights return to you, you do whatever you want. Now, that doesn't sound like the words of an AD who would follow suit, but such is the hypocrisy of today's big-time college sports. Any school that leaves has to pay the $120, but that's not the problem. You see, ACC has a TV contract with ESPN that runs through 2036. Why all these schools signed it, God knows. So in addition to the $120 million exit fee, technically ESPN would own the rights, each school's media rights, for the next 12 years. And so North Carolina's AD is underscoring this point. Every school in the league willingly entered into that grant of rights agreement when it signed the deal in 2016. Earlier this week, from the FSU Board of Trustees, they stated, quote, that will not be a document that keeps us from taking action. So, man, there's going to be a lot of harsh rhetoric and feelings between this game of musical chairs in big-time college football. Major League Baseball's playoff races, are set up to be really good here down the stretch. And it was part of the reason that the trade deadline, had a little less activity. There weren't a ton of prizes out there. There were, only a couple of those that were considered to be contenders when the year began sold off. Primarily the Mets, right? The Mets sold. White Sox sold. Not many. And there's so many teams that are lingering in the playoff hunt. Now, if you go by the division leaders, you got good races really everywhere but in Atlanta, where the Braves, running away with the East. At this point, this could be a weekend that starts to make you a little nervous, potentially. The Braves have to play at the Cubs, who are red hot. They won again yesterday. They're within 2.5 of the lead in the Central. Another reason that I'm talking about how close these races are going to be, how many teams are going to be involved. It's going to be a heck of a finish as we sprint to the finish line. And I say sprint, we still got a good, we got a good quarter of the race to go. We're at 100 and only 106, so 56 games still to play. I mean, that's a third of the season. It feels like we're almost done because footballs are flying. But the Braves with an 11.5 game lead over the Phillies. But this weekend, Phillies host the Royals. Now, the Royals are hot, but they remain with one of the worst records in Major League Baseball. And the Braves got to go to Chicago to take on the Cubs, as just mentioned, who are scorching themselves. But if you look up and down, the Dodgers have a lead in the West. The Giants are just 2.5 back. The Brewers have the lead in the Central. Reds a half game back. Cubs just 2.5 back. We'll skip over Atlanta and the runaway that it's been so far. Rangers out west. Max Scherzer won last night in his debut, by the way. Shocker. But by the way, 3 of the pitchers who changed locations were winners last night. Michael Lorenzen beat your Marlins for the Phillies yesterday. In Miami as well. But it's the Rangers by 1.5 games. You go to the American League Central, Twins by 2.5 over the Guardians. And then the American League East, it's the Orioles, shocker team with the best record in the American League with a 2-game lead over the Rays. So those are all tight division races, right? You feel me? But we also have this thing known as the wild card, which is ramped up with an extra team here in the last few years. So over there in the American League, you have, outside of the 3 teams who currently own the wild cards, you have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more teams within 6 games. You go down to the National League and you get past the 3 teams in the wild card. You have another 4 teams within 4 games. So going to be some drama down the home stretch of Major League Baseball. And some real feel-good stories. I mean, the O's have been just terrible in the way they found themselves. And by the way, they look an awful lot like the Astros looked a few years ago. Flaherty's the other one, by the way, debuted for the O's last night. So Flaherty wins, Lorenzen wins, Scherzer wins, 3 contenders dealing for starters, and they were all good last night too. So, I said that. I asked Kicking that yesterday, coming off the shadow of the trade deadline. There are always guys that have just been meh, and you put them in a contender, and suddenly the zip is back a little. All right, our old friend Yannick Ngakoue has landed. One here in Jacksonville. Tell you where it was. The NFL season is underway with the first preseason game last night. And once we got through that heartfelt rendition of the anthem by DeMarcus Ware and got to the game, it didn't take long to realize this sucks. Now, if it's your team, you can find reasons to stick your teeth into the battle for the 3rd spot on the depth chart. But when you're watching the Browns and the Jets, no thanks. But anyway, we'll tell you how that one played out. Sideline interview from Aaron Rodgers. I'm starting to think he's sincere and that this move from Green Bay has kind of added 5 years to his football life. He seems very happy and content where he is. He likes the team that's around him. And after, immediately just discarding the Jets and the Aaron Rodgers input, I'm starting to buy a little bit. Maybe I'm being swayed by the PR. Who knows? But anyway, we got news from the National Football League with a football fix. Going to hear from Calvin Ridley on the other side as well. He met the media yesterday. Also, Billy Napier with an update from Gator Camp. Don't forget, Florida gets out of the gates a little bit earlier. They're really kind of the official college football kickoff game. They'll play the 31st. I misled y'all. I said it was 3 weeks from yesterday. Actually, 4 weeks from yesterday. So inside of 4 weeks until the Gators are putting it on the tee in prime time, and we'll hear from Billy Napier next segment as well. So glad you're up and at 'em with us. Plenty of ways for you to be a part of the program. You can do it via the text line. That number is, 641-1010?
That is correct.
I've only been saying it for 12 years. You can also reach us via the phone lines, that same number. And the email address is open at thedrill@1010xl.com. You can also follow us on our various platforms. The gang continues to cover training camp from, the opening whistle every morning. So lots of, good sidebar stuff you can find on all our, we're on, if there's social media, platform, we're on it. And you can check us out this morning. We are streaming live on YouTube?
That is correct.
Facebook?
Yep.
Twitter?
Twitter.
Wow. I wonder how many views, because I only put the YouTube up in here, make sure my hair's okay.
Uh-huh.
That was a joke. And so I know how many are streaming that one as we go through. Can you see the number of streams on Facebook and Twitter and the others when you're on them?
I'd have to do some digging.
Yeah, well, it's not worth it. I was just curious. All right, anyway, let's take our first break. I'll also talk to Captain Kev when we return. You got any questions about what's going out on the waters this weekend, you can hit me up right now. And y'all do that sometimes on the text line, and it's in a lull when I'm not checking. But I will pass along those questions if you have them when we come back and talk fishing with Captain Kev. So glad you're up and at 'em with us. It's GFL Friday. That's Green for Life. Trust them for all your commercial roll-off needs.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
What's the deal with the show?
The 1010XL Podcast Network is now available just about everywhere you find podcasts.
I think the show's going to be a huge hit.
Search for your favorite 1010XL podcast in your platform of choice.
Hi, this is Dale Murray from South Georgia to Central Florida and coast to coast. The Murray Ford Superstores are still putting the customers first and cranking out the deals those big city dealers can't touch. It's no wonder everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle. It's simple. If Murray Ford Superstores doesn't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Plus, you get a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new and pre-owned vehicle. Shazam! Holy Jesus Aruba, Batman, how do we do it? There's no reason for your purchase to take all day, running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flammed with those big city prices. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. And we'll trade anything from aluminum cans to minivans. Be American, buy Murray Ford Superstore. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
You've probably heard the saying, it's not how hard you get hit, it's whether or not you get back up. Well, I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and I have a saying of my own. If you get hit with a personal injury or wrongful death, hit back and fight to make them pay. At Hastings Injury Law, we have the experience you want if you or a loved one suffer a car or trucking accident or wrongful death. Just call 904-HIT-BACK and we'll help you get up and hit back. Office is Jacksonville.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
This is Keith Catlin for Catlin Truck Accessories, and we are so blessed to be in business for over 100 years. Over 100 years of the best product and customer service means you can count on Catlin. From Roll and Lock bed covers to Lear toppers to cam locker toolboxes, Catlin Truck Accessories has you covered when it comes to your truck or van. We do those too. Got a fleet of vehicles? We can outfit them all.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
One name, one location, 100 years. You can count on Catlin.
Pads will pop, and the practice fields will rock. Get daily training camp coverage brought to you by Kingfish Pest Control and Roland Reach Plumbing. That's it on 1010XL.
This is Hayes Carline for Island Wing Company, located on Southside near Tinseltown, and our new location at Bartram Park in St. Johns County. Two great locations offering the ultimate sports bar experience where you can stick to healthy options. Island Wing Company has a wide selection of fryer-free food. The wings are baked, not fried, with so many awesome flavors to choose from. You can also get delicious salmon, tuna, flatbreads, and tacos. With tons of spectacular TVs, dog-friendly patios, and 2 daily happy hours, Island Wings can't be beat.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods. Clayton, I know you're the head diamond buyer at Underwoods, and you travel to the markets to buy diamonds. Why don't you just look at an emailed list and have them send you the diamond?
Frank, there are a couple of reasons we go straight to the source when we're selecting the diamonds we want to put the Underwood name on. First, as an expert diamond buyer, I have to see a diamond before I can really judge its beauty versus the price it's being offered at. Second, when we're at the source, we have huge selections to choose our diamonds from, so we don't have to compromise the Underwood quality standard. The result is we control what goes into our diamond stock instead of allowing a diamond dealer to send us what he wants us to have. The bottom line is we're able to offer our customers carefully selected, beautiful diamonds that we're proud to have carry the Underwood name.
Underwoods, serving excellence since 1928 in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Northeast Florida's highest-rated residential home electrical contractor is American Electrical, providing unsurpassed quality in Duval, St. Johns, Clay, and Nassau counties. No matter your electrical problem or project, large or small, American Electrical will get it done at a price that's right. High-quality electrician, that's who they are. Trusted company that's been on the First Coast for decades, proudly serving the community while being a big part of the community. Call American Electrical for all your electric needs at 737-7770. Wired right at a fair price.
Elevate your party game to the next level with Mystic Cornhole Company. Visit their showroom now on the corner of Hogan and Parental Home Road. It's your one-stop destination for all things cornhole. MysticCornhole.com.
Committed to the team. Committed to the mission. At Navy Mutual, we're committed to providing high-quality life insurance to members of the military and their families. So our policies have no fine print and no military service restrictions. We don't work on commission. We're nonprofit, so we pass the savings along to our members. Because at Navy Mutual, our highest commitment is to you. Visit NavyMutual.org. Navy Mutual. ensuring those who serve.
Tim McGraw. In concert. The Standing Room Only Tour 2024. A night filled with your favorite songs. 5-Star Veterans Memorial, March 14th. With special guest Carly Pierce. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Tim McGraw, live in Jacksonville.
Summertime is here, and it's time to cast those worries out. And Royal is here to help you do that with our Summer Termite Special, featuring Centricon. Starting at just $249. That's right, I said $249, and that's installed.
Visit RoyalPestServices.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville. Now, Captain Kevin Favors Fishing Report. Brought to you by Tire Outlet. Wholesale prices, premium service. On 1010XL.
All right, going to bring in my my friend, Captain Kev. First, though, there is I hate to give a speed trap alert this way. From the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Good morning. I have a speed trap alert for you. US 1 between Shad Road and Sunbeam Road. I have the time to text you this information because I'm currently on the side of the road waiting for the officer to give me my ticket. Oof.
Dang.
All right, so there you go. Guggens helping Guggens. As to the anthem, a lot of folks weighing in with why he was singing the anthem last night, but I particularly like this text. Awesome 180, and rightly so. Well done. I don't know what he's talking about. I heard the open play. We were nothing but glowing things.
Yeah, we started the show off proper.
Sure, you bet. Bring in the hotline right now with Captain Kev. Kev, I had a question from someone. It's a good question. I'll see this a lot. You know me. I like my YouTube, and I watch a lot of YouTube fishing. I watch those guys like out in the Panhandle area, especially because they do a lot of surf fishing and whatnot. And I see a lot of people do like these catch and cooks where you take your fish to a restaurant and they cook it there for you. Do you know of restaurants in St. Augustine that do that? Do most restaurants? Okay.
Aunt Kate's.
Aunt Kate's will do that. Okay, and you can actually. They have like a little dock there too, right? You can pull right in. Yeah.
Yep.
Aunt Kate's, by the way, shout out. And I don't, again, a little free pub then. I am a fried shrimp connoisseur, Kevin. There's no one that loves fried shrimp more than I do. It's my favorite food in the world. But I'm getting a little pickier about it as I get older. Aunt Kate's has the best fried shrimp in Jacksonville.
I'm glad you said that because I send my guys up there a lot. Because, like you said, if they've got a couple redfish or something like that, and they're like, hey, we're going to go to lunch somewhere. I'm like, well, take your fish up there to Aunt Kate's. They're like, really? I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Is that okay? Well, good. That's a good answer because I'm sure that's just what the person was looking for, and I'll keep that in mind myself. Shoot, when we get to when we're on the beach, we're not far from Aunt Kate's. I assume that goes for all fish. I mean, you can, right? Yeah.
Sure, absolutely. Just take it up there in a Ziploc bag, and they'll take care of it.
Yeah, and whatever you do, when you take your fish up there, make sure you get yourself an order of about 20 fried shrimp. I can eat those suckers, buddy, like candy. We sat in. Matter of fact, we did a bit one morning on the air. It was one of the old seafood places, St. John's maybe. It's not in business anymore, but they brought in they brought me in like a platter of like 100 fried shrimp, and in a break, I ate 61. 61 fried shrimp in a break. I still remember the number all these years later.
Yeah.
That's not an exaggeration. So in a 5-minute span, 61 fried shrimp tails you would have found in front of it.
People will be amazed at what we can eat in a 6-minute break.
Isn't that the truth? What you can do. People will be amazed. And I can't sit still, Kev, so when we go to break here, I get up for the most part. I mean,
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too, a lot.
I'll leave working in an office building. Now, you've been here. We got these long hauls. So to go point A to point B, you're putting some mileage on. But I will leave here every morning with about 2,500 steps in.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a mile.
I get it.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I got to get up and stretch.
I digress. How's the fishing?
Yes. It's been good this week. It hasn't changed much. Kind of, we're kind of in that, I guess, a rut. You know what I mean? It's we go king fishing, or we go tarpon fishing. The ocean was a little rough this week. And when I say that, it wasn't like crazy rough, but it was an onshore breeze. So we had an east breeze, we had a northeast breeze one day. So trying to go 10, 15 miles offshore, if you were going to do that, it took you a while. So I just beach fished. I mean, as a matter of fact, in the last 6 weeks, Jeff,
that's all you're doing.
I haven't been outside of a mile. And the bait situation has been amazing. So you literally you go right out, just north of our inlet, and you throw the net, and you go about 3 miles. You know where we're fishing. You go about 3 miles to the north, and you catch 4 or 5 kingfish, catch big jack, a couple sharks, and then you're like, hey guys, you want to go? Try to go catch a tarpon,
Yeah.
So you spend the next half of the day, or half of your trip, the tarpon fishing in the bait pods. I love it. This is my favorite time of the year.
I know. Yeah. And we've talked about this before. It's great sport fishing. If you just want to go catch fish, if you're looking for something to eat, then you can eat kingfish, right? You can eat those, especially if you do.
Yeah. I mean, if you catch a small one, absolutely.
Yeah.
And eat it that night. It's not bad at all. But I mean, the majority of I haven't caught any big fish this year. We've got our last kingfish tournament of the year on Saturday called King of the Beach. And I mean, people are calling me, man. I'm like, look, there's plenty of fish on the beach.
Yeah,
I mean, and it's not, I mean, they're catching them from Mayport to Daytona.
That was the question I had for you, Kev. I mean, and I know you guys all have spots marked you can go, but if you don't have that and you're flying just a little more blind, you're going approximately what, like a mile and a half offshore, maybe 2 miles, or.
No, it's not even a mile.
Not even a mile, right? And then you can just take your chances, like you said, from Volano to Mayport.
Yeah. There's not, people have, it's a matter of fact, I had a guy come up at the captain's meeting last night.
Okay.
He's like, why is it? He goes, I see you out there fishing because you don't know me. He said, but I see all these boats. He goes, there's all this beach, and there's 10 boats in one little spot.
I thought the same thing. We were, the weekend of the old school, we were at the beach that week, and I would look out, and there'd be 12 to 15 boats all within, a half mile of each other, and then nothing up and down. That's why I ask. I mean, I assume most of the time your spots, you're going offshore, it's because there's structure.
Right.
And that's not the case right off the beach.
It's for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, literally for the most part, from Matanzas, let's just say, to Mayport, the beach is all the same. I mean,
right?
But what it is it's landmarks. All right, you got the captain's house, you got Serenata, you got the picnic tables, you got the gate station, you got the desert, you got Shantytown. Then you got Red Tops, then you got the Jack's Beach Pier, then you got the Southeast Hole. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's basically landmarks. For all the years that we've all fished, those are the landmarks that we fish.
Mm-hmm.
Now.
So you just kind of get used to it. Like, I'm going to go to one of these places.
Yeah. I mean,
even though in between it might be just as good. In fact, it might be a good strategy to go somewhere different.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I have done that. I have done that this week. I have been north or south of the pack, all by myself, and have caught fish.
Yeah.
So you do not have to get into the pack to catch fish.
I had a question last week on the text line that I didn't ask you, and I saw it after we had gone off. But you talked about still catching some snook. Isn't that super late? And do there seem to be more snook this year than normal? Is it because the water is a little bit warmer? We've had more of this late, or has it not been abnormal, the snook that have been caught?
No, it's because we haven't had any winters.
That's why.
That's
so there are more. They are being caught more, and they're being targeted more than normal.
There's plenty of snook.
Now, snook. Every time I've caught snook, I've caught them in South Florida, and I've caught them in the Gulf. But I've always caught them within like 15 yards of shore, like from the beach. Where are you targeting snook normally?
Docks.
So that would be right then. That makes sense.
Yeah. They are structure oriented.
Okay,
for sure.
This is an answer that I know the. This is a question I know the answer to, but I'll ask you because it was asked. A charter captain, can a charter captain keep red snapper year round? No, right? You got to abide by the same little window that everyone else does.
Oh yeah.
The 2-day season applies to charter captains as well.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's a valid question though. I mean, I'm just so that seems like ABCs to me, but that's actually a decent question. I would wonder that.
We could charge a whole lot more if we could keep one.
And then one last thing. So Tarpon's still at the beach, and yeah, that probably has a lot to do with the same explanation for the snook. But a guy on the text line wondered, what do you target? What's the ideal bait if you're trying to catch a tarpon?
Whatever they're eating.
Which is, you don't know. You got to go look at the bait pod.
It's either pokies or mullets.
Yeah. So you cast in a bait pod near them, as near you can, or where you know they'll be feeding.
Yeah. Right. Absolutely. Whatever they're feeding on. I mean, if they're feeding on mullet during the mullet run, obviously you toss a mullet. If you come across a pokey pod that's got tarpon in it, you toss a pokey in there.
All right, gotcha. All right, cool. Have a great weekend. Outdoor show tomorrow.
Have a great weekend. I won't be there, so because I'm fishing the tournament.
Oh, that's right.
At the beach. Yep. So Loggeman and Captain Kirk are holding down the fort.
Okay, sounds great. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, buddy. Have a good weekend.
There he goes. That's Captain Kevin Favor, best in the business. And always keeping us up to date with a little Friday scoop on your fishing weekend. From fish to gators, Billy Napier has begun his transformation of the project. He's going to have a long window to do it. We all have your own expectations as fans or as part of the program down there as to what you think they should do this year, how many wins they should have, how competitive they should be. He's kind of rebuilt it from scratch. This is still just kind of the growth process. I'd say they are tweens, Last year they were babies. It took baby steps. They had their moments. They're in that like 11 to 13-year-old range now. Next year they start to mature, and by year 4, you hope you're a heavyweight. It takes a variety of aspects. Some don't immediately translate to wins on the field, and that is the understanding and expectation they have in Gainesville with his boss and within the program, even if it's one that doesn't sit great with all us fans at all times. Here is what Billy Napier said when asked yesterday what fans can expect to see out of his football team this year.
Really see what goes into a football practice at this level. And I think put on display hundreds of people and how they contribute, right? We've got a lot of people that allow us to run a really efficient practice. So, you get to see some of the young players. You get to see some of the positions where there's competition. But more importantly, just a respect for the people in the organization that do a great job helping us practice the way we do.
He's talking about an open scrimmage that Florida fans can take in. That's also tomorrow. I don't know. We got a battle of open practices, Gators with an open practice in the Swamp on Saturday. Fans invited to attend. He wants them at the practice to learn about, quote, Florida victorious. Meanwhile, the questions on the field are the same. And until they get out there and we get some answers, they're going to loom. The primary question is at quarterback. They're still giving some reps, a little split out there, but this is a two-man battle, and it's going to go to Graham Mertz. And Jack Miller will be, first up, but it's going to be Graham Mertz. There's no doubt about that. That's who they picked of all the guys that were out there. A lot of optimism around this football team improving defensively, and it involved, I believe he's 33 maybe. They have a very young defensive coordinator cut from the cloth of that Will Muschamp, Kirby Smart. His name is Austin Armstrong, and Billy Napier talked about his impact yesterday.
I think Austin has a certain temperament, and I think that that's rubbed off on the staff and the players. I think that we're benefiting from that. I do think, again, I can't emphasize enough, we've improved personnel, and I think we also have the staff is in the second year. All the people around Austin are doing all these things for the second time. So, we need to improve on third down. I think that's pretty about as obvious as it can be, and we're working hard on that as we speak.
Look, you can build a sturdy house, but it ain't a sturdy castle yet that the big boys are in. I expect that we're going to see some improvement because of all the infrastructure that was added, because of these new training centers, and because of the culture and the huge staff. This is going to be a more buttoned-up team than we saw a year ago. Billy Napier, quite frankly, has learning to do. I've always said this. The worst mistakes you can make as a coach, any sport, are the ones that are so obvious that everyone watching TV is screaming at it. Time out! Time out! Time out! What are we doing? Time out! You can't lose a fan base faster than those very public disagreements that you can have with a fan base. Or there's a minute 41 to go and you got the ball at your own 31-yard line and you decide you're going to run out the clock. What are we doing? Go downfield! And Billy Napier got caught in 6 or 8 of those last year minimum. So, and I'm sure he's learning well. And so we'll see. It's certainly work in progress is an accurate way to describe it. You're going to hear from Calvin Ridley, Agent Zero, when we return, and a football fix. It's next on a GFL Friday.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's VSIN Action Update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
Jacksonville Jaguars open up the preseason next Saturday as 2.5-point road favorites at the Dallas Cowboys. 33 the total at AT&T Stadium. The Jaguars are the favorites to win the AFC South title. Baseball today, Atlanta Braves send out Max Fried. He's another 58 road favorite at Chicago plus 144. 8.5 over at Wrigley Field this afternoon. Tampa Bay Rays another 45 road favorite at Detroit plus 130. 9 under at Comerica Park. Russell Henley 8 under 62, first round leader of the Wyndham Championship. Denny Hamlin 6-1 with a NASCAR Cup Series race at Michigan. Get your free VSIN subscription right now at VSIN.com. With your action update, Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
The following people are under the influence of no air conditioning.
Oh, man.
Is it ever hot? I can't get up. My legs are stuck to the chair.
Can guys go through menopause?
Why?
I think I'm having a hot flash.
Don't let no AC happen to you. Call Duck Duck Air Conditioning, available 24 hours a day, and they'll fix it right the first time. When your AC system needs a repair, it's time to call Duck Duck Air, 904-862-6769, or online at duckduckac.com. Duck Duck Air Conditioning, a division of Duck Duck Rooter.
Attention car buyers, are you noticing markups on vehicles on dealer lots? Well, come to Key Buick GMC, where we never have markups on our vehicles. Ask for Derek or Brian, where we have fair value pricing, no additional markups, as well as the only Buick GMC dealer with a lifetime powertrain warranty on all new Buicks and GMCs. That's only at Key Buick GMC. We are professional grade across from Tinseltown on the corner of Southside and Gate, or go to our website, keybuickgmc.com.
Did you know that weight loss surgery is the most effective solution for obesity, according to the National Institutes of Health? If you've tried everything and you're still struggling with weight loss, a procedure at Baptist Health could be your solution. Our personalized program is a center of excellence with a full team to support you every step of the way. Is it time to reclaim your health? To see if you qualify, call 904-202-SLIM or visit BaptistBariatrics.com.
All Jags, all NFL.
Jaguars Today from the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute studios.
Everything you need to know about your hometown team. Jaguars Today, every weekday from 10 to noon on 1010XL.
The coolers are full at your local Gate gas station, making it easy for you to cruise in and cruise out with little downtime. Ice cold Coronas, Natty Light, Stella Artois, and Michelob Ultra. Don't forget the king of beers, Cold Buds. Gate's got them in the cooler, waiting for you.
Training camp is here, and 1010XL is there. From the practice field straight to you, nobody covers camp like 1010XL. Brought to you by Roland Leash Plumbing and Kingfish Pest Control.
Hi, this is Lisa the Boatanista with the Freedom Boat Club, the smart alternative to boat ownership. My brother Mike lives a charmed life. Things always seem to go his way. Do you know someone like that? So I'm talking with my sister-in-law Shelly recently, and she shares this story. Last weekend, Mike walks into their bedroom holding 2 aspirin and a glass of water. What's that for? Shelly asks. It's for your headache, Mike says. I don't have a headache, Shelly replies. Gotcha, Mike says with a little grin. But honey, I need to get a good night's sleep. I promised you I would spend tomorrow getting the boat all cleaned up and ready for season, and it's gonna take a lot of work. Great news, Mike replies. I signed us up for the Freedom Boat Club today, so no more wasting time and energy on cleaning and maintenance. So, I guess the moral of the story is love wins again, or at least Mike does. Do you have better things to do with your free time than constantly cleaning and fixing up your boat? At Freedom Boat Club, we don't want you to give up boating, just all the hassles. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
Summer means kids need to and want to get out and play. I-9 Sports is ready and waiting to host kids of all ages with flag football, t-ball, basketball, and soccer. Year-round sports all across the First Coast, from St. John's to Duval to Clay. Log on to i9sports.com and sign up. And don't forget, grandparents, you can get in too by helping sign a grandkid up to have fun this summer. All the details are at i9sports.com. Enter 1010XL in the promo code for a discount.
Hey, it's Tony from Tony D's Pizza. If you love our pizza and pasta dishes, let us cater an event for you. Family function or office parties, we can deliver you an amazing Italian meal. Remember, it's not just pizza at Tony D's. Bay Meadows and $2.95.
If you've been thinking about selling your home for whatever reason, now is the time. The U.S. Home Price Index is on the rise. Interest rates are stabilizing. The market is turning more seller-friendly. And you have Chad and Sandy Newman. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Maybe you want maximum equity from your home, but you're not sure how. Well, guess what? Chad and Sandy are sure how. Don't wait any longer. Take advantage of the incredible service and guarantee of selling your home at your price that Chad and Sandy are offering. Jim and Alice in Fort Caroline, we wanted to downsize, sell our Fort Caroline home, and move to the country. I heard about Chad and Sandy on the radio and called. We had a lot of stuff that couldn't fit in a smaller place, so we needed extra help. Chad had the perfect plan to handle every detail. Our home sold for full price in 5 days. Call the agents. We recommend Chad and Sandy, guaranteeing your home or they will buy it. That's ChadandSandy.com. ChadandSandy.com.
In your free time, the last thing you want to do is clean your house.
Right.
First Coast Home Pros offers luxurious maid services you can trust. Weekly, bi-weekly, or even one-time deep house cleaning. FirstCoastHomePros.com. FirstCoastHomePros.com.
Business owners know Andy's Automotive and Truck Services for routine fleet maintenance or emergency repairs. Andy's offers after-hours and mobile service to minimize downtime and keep your fleet on the road. Visit andysats.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now at Hodges Mazda, for those who never stop refining, lease a new 2023 Mazda 3 sedan during the Season of Discovery sales event for only $329 a month. The Mazda 3 enables you to enjoy a new form of indulgence. Lauren Brooks here. All vehicle purchases come with 2 years free maintenance. The sales staff works on salary, not commission, allowing Hodges Mazda to put your best interests first. That's the Hodges Mazda difference. Visit Hodges Mazda today or online at HodgesMazda.com. See dealer for details. $3,499 dual lease signing terms and fees for qualified lessees. 36-month lease expires September 5th, 2023.
Do you have a plumbing problem that's making you feel like a sitting duck? Call Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic. Our team of expert plumbers will have your pipes flowing smoothly in no time. DuckDuckRooter.com.
I'm a good receiver. I'm one of the better receivers in the league. That's what I've been saying since I was a rookie. And I noticed that right away when I got into the league. Not to, keep trying to be humble, but, everyone has doubted me. I'm trying to fight back respectfully at the same time because I'm not into the media. I'm not into, all the getting into it, but I'm just trying to show I got respect for myself and I work hard. I'm not going to say I'm going to come back rusty or anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to play good for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That's Calvin Ridley, Agent Zero, and ask what he meant by saying, I am him, earlier in the week. Yeah, the swag's starting to show up from the Jaguars. Well, what they hope is can be an all-star level receiver. By the way, Ridley had a couple drops on Wednesday, maybe more than a couple, but he'll remind you, okay, his name is Ridley, not Rusty.
If I drop a pass, does not mean I'm rusty. I just dropped it. I was so wet yesterday, I couldn't keep it on my body. And a player like me, I'm never gonna think it's rust. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say that.
All right, one last thing from Ridley. What we want to know: really had that quote toe injury, and then it was revealed it was more of a cleat issue. So let's hear straight from him just what went on there. It doesn't look like there's any ramifications, which is the great news.
I was training, and obviously I was training this whole offseason in these type of cleats right here, but I like the lows, so when I came back from training, I came here and put on my lows, and they just got like long spikes and I just, the way I cut and stuff, I was just on that, it really wasn't my toe, it was just the bottom of my foot was just sore because I kept stepping on the side of that shoe, and I was sore. I was getting really sore because I didn't want to take the cleats off, so I changed cleats and I'm better. I'm good. It wasn't nothing.
All right, so the Jags will take today off. They kind of much needed. Then they'll practice, 3 or 4 days in a row and 6 of the next 7 and work our way into the first training camp, exhibition game, preseason, whatever the heck we're calling these things. So right now, kind of the dog days, so they get today off. And again, tomorrow, 10 a.m., I believe it is, at the stadium.
Yeah, I believe so.
And don't forget your Sharks play tomorrow night, and they bring you the football fix right now. We'll give you some of the news and notes around the National Football League. Should have played the over. Browns beat the Jets last night, 21-16. Bunch of players you've never heard of and maybe won't see much of this year made the plays. I did see Zach Wilson hit one deep shot.
Did you see Darrelle Revis?
I did not.
Oh, I'm going to show you.
Okay, good.
It's not Revis Island anymore. It's like Revis Continent.
Oh, he's gotten big.
Oh,
I have seen him, actually.
Yeah.
And to the point, and I didn't know who it was at first. Yeah.
Right. It's
so funny, man. You'll have these big 290-pound offensive and defensive linemen, and they'll get out of the league, and they'll be a svelte 220, 230. And then it's very rare the other way that you got an athletic corner who goes from 185 to 240. Being generous, perhaps. Rodgers, by the way, also I'm warming to Aaron Rodgers, man. I mean, if he's fooling me, oh well. But he's doing all the things he didn't do in Green Bay. It's clear he just got tired of where he was, right? Y'all out here probably can feel this. You've been working where you've been working for 18 years, all right? It's not that you don't like it there. You're just itching for a change, new people, new surroundings, new respect, new all of that. And many of you and us have changed jobs, and we've gotten that. And there's always that honeymoon period, and it's clear that he is just bright-eyed honeymoon right now. Everything is great. He's even helping Zach Wilson is my point, right? That wasn't exactly the word on A-Rod when he was with Green Bay. Yannick Ngakoue has landed 1 year, $10 million guaranteed contract with the Chicago Bears. We're running out of guys unless you go Justin Houston. Jadeveon Clowney, I guess, is still there. There's Robert Quinn, maybe he's 1,000 years old. There's a few guys out there. I don't know what will fit the bill exactly, and if the Jaguars are still making that decision based on what they're seeing in these practices, are they determining they can get something from a Lacey or a Abdullah or one of the rookies? Hey, are they going to? If you're selling me K'Lavon Chaisson and they're selling him hard, I ain't buying. All right, put the over/under on K'Lavon Chaisson sacks this year at 2.5. I'll play the under. So we shall see. But Jan out. Coaches get serious about altercations in practice. It used to be the thing in training camp. Temperatures get hot. Tempers get hot. They flare. You're part of the game. Coaches ain't playing that anymore. It's hard enough to keep a good, healthy team going all year, and they don't want the training camp fracases. Sometimes they'll make them run wind sprints. They'll punish them in some way. Other times, you better know how to read the room. You better know your spot. Tennessee Titans have a right tackle named Jamarcus Jones. Well, they used to have a right tackle named Jamarcus Jones, but after his second practice altercation this week, they cut him. The most recent happened yesterday. He had a crack back block on Chance Campbell, and then another linebacker kind of got in Jones' face, and they had to be separated. Jones was ejected from the practice. And then Titans coach Mike Vrabel said the block would have been a penalty in the game. So from the first part, we don't want to practice like that. We talk all the time being competitive, going to the line. That hurts the team. We don't want to see that. He got into a pushing match with Jeffrey Simmons after one of the first place during team period earlier in the week. They had to be separated. They were both kicked out of practice after yanking off each other's helmets. So, yeah, you want to know if the coaches are serious? Ask Jamarco Jones.
Why would you crack back on your own teammate, though?
I don't know.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah, because you're stupid. I guess, or maybe, it was not as obvious to him. Or I don't know. Play got away from him. I don't know. I know this. Tennessee's asking the same question, and they know they aren't going to get the answer from him because they cut him. I'm not buying this Dak and Diggs trash talk, just competitiveness. What's going on in Dallas?
I don't know.
I mean, if you missed it earlier in the week, Trayvon Diggs, And the trash talk kind of crossed the line, or it's just two teammates having fun. On Tuesday, Trayvon Diggs was seen on video yelling to Dak Prescott to shut your B blank up. Your bizzle booty. Shut your bizzle booty up.
Those some fighting words for real.
Right? You don't call a man I wish I could say the word if we were standing around. Witch. You don't call him a witch bass. Play the rhyming game. That was after Prescott lightly threw a ball back at Diggs. Some, including me, would see that as being disrespectful toward the quarterback. Prescott said, maybe that's how most other quarterbacks are, but I start a lot of it in the locker room, pre-practice. That's a form of my leadership. I open the door, make people feel comfortable to trash talk me. Trash talk and shut your B blank up. I don't know. But, hey, I'll trust the Cowboys on that one. But you know when we'll find out the answer to this question? Mm-hmm. About October when they lose 2 in a row. Then we'll find out if that was it's just teamwork, camaraderie. But when we go to week 4 after, Dak throws 3 picks and they lose to the Eagles, Trayvon calls him a weak-ass B. Oh, I said one of the bad words. Look what I did. Don't be such a witch bass, Jeff.
You said bass, man.
Yeah, don't be such a witch bass. Have you seen Tua down in Finn's camp? He's gotten bulky. Got bulky on us.
Oh, you got Trent?
Yeah. Swole. Is that what they say? Somewhat. Yeah. That's football. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by the Sharks there at home this weekend. Brought to you by the Joint Creek Golf Club. We have an announcement how you can get signed up. That's coming your way this morning, 8:15. 72 spots. And we're going to lay down the law. There ain't going to be any signing up and then you don't show. We ain't playing that game, man. Make sure you can come if you want to. Take your time. Find out. But it's coming up on the 14th. We're going to play at 10:10 right after the show. We're going to shotgun start, be done by 2. And if you're in, you're in. Or it'll be the all-time. This will be great. You'll have the walk of shame. You will be booted from Guggen Nation if you sign up and don't show.
Oh, yes.
We'll announce the names.
We will put you on blast.
Checklist. Anybody see Gang of Thrones? We're going to make you crawl naked through the Times Square while they throw tomatoes at you. So, anyway, we got news on that coming up as well. You're listening to The Drill. It's a GFL Friday. Hick and Arrival and more come your way next on 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Because you're not the only car on I-95.
Look, I need a spacecraft, something that can travel 300 times the speed of light.
It's the Frangie Show.
Seatbelts.
Afternoons on 1010XL.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Do you have a plumbing problem that's making you feel like a sitting duck? Call Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic. Our team of expert plumbers will have your pipes flowing smoothly in no time. DuckDuckRooter.com.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
People who suffer from arthritis are getting real pain relief with exciting biologic therapies at QC Kinetics.
The success rate is there, and there's no better way to treat yourself when it comes to dealing with pain.
Meet Tyler Vale, co-founder of QC Kinetics, who says they can't cure arthritis, but they can treat the pain.
If you think of the tide coming in and out on the beach and what it does, it erodes the sand, right? Can't stop the tide, but eventually when the sand or the beach gets bad enough, we backfill that beach with sand so that we get generations of enjoyment with that beach again. And the same thing happens with your knee or your shoulder or your hip or your back. We want to backfill the problems that have happened to this point. I'm not stopping the tide, so I'm not stopping the arthritis, but I want to get generations of enjoyment out of those joints again.
Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation. Learn more about how restorative biologic therapies can get you real and lasting joint pain relief.
Call QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522. 904-274-5522.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Good people drink good beer. And great people drink Mokama, a refined craft brewery out of Fernandina Beach, Florida. Mokama Beer Company brings sophisticated flagship beers, including Cosmico IPA and Dune Garden Lager, to the greater Jacksonville area. Whether you're hitting the water with friends or enjoying a backyard barbecue, Mokama has the perfect pair for your summer activities. Look for us wherever great beers are sold and find your Mokama.
Time now for a medical recap. A health and wellness tip from Jaguars head team physician, Dr. Kevin Kaplan.
Strength and resistance training are some of the best forms of exercise you can do to strengthen your muscles and improve your body composition. It may also lead to important improvements in metabolic health, meaning your blood sugar levels are easier to manage, and it also increases how many calories you burn at rest. The Physical Activity Guidelines for Americans recommends resistance training twice per week in addition to cardio training. Let's get fit, Jacksonville.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and I said yes to YAS, Dr. Mitchell Yass, and the YAS method. Now, I know you've probably tried medications, treatments, injections, even surgery. Maybe the reason you're still in pain is because they're treating the wrong thing and not addressing the root causes. Well, I know from personal experience, this does happen. But I found the best-kept secret in pain elimination, Dr. Yass and the YAS method. Call him today, 904-906-YASS, and say yes to YAS.
What is the world's largest cruise ship?
Hurricane season is here, and now is the time to ask your agent about your homeowner's coverage. It's time to make the change to Southern Oak Insurance.
Our family protecting yours, Southern Oak Insurance.
With a capacity of 7,000 guests and over 1,200 feet long, Royal Caribbean's Wonder of the Seas is currently the world's largest cruise ship.
Southern Oak Insurance, our family protecting yours.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm E.T. The Florida Gators are holding an open practice this Saturday, and head coach Billy Napier commented on what to expect.
Really see what goes into a football practice at this level. And I think put on display hundreds of people and how they contribute, right? We've got a lot of people that allow us to run a really efficient practice. So, you get to see some of the young players. You get to see some of the positions where there's competition. But more importantly, just a respect for the people in the organization that do a great job helping us practice the way we do.
That sound courtesy of FloridaGators.com. Currently it's 7:04 and it's 75 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller. Stay tuned because the Dan Hicken Arrival and more is next right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
You know it! Sweet Friday! With a motion, please.
Wow.
Hey! Ho! Hey ho!
Not necessary.
Yeah!
Cut off jeans, shorts, stream bikini top, if you're wondering. That's Friday today on another sweltering day here on the First Coast.
Beach bound, no doubt.
I do chuckle every time I read about the heat warnings and all this. Like, is this new? It's hot every year forever. What are we doing? It's hotter than it ever is. It's hot last summer and the one before that.
Yeah.
10 years ago it was hot. 20 years ago it was hot. I saw the best.
There was a day last week where it was really
But if you literally go
scorching hot.
If you literally go by high temperatures, there's records for this.
Yes.
It's not opinion. And we've not hit 100 on the thing. We do most years, so it's hot. But I saw something the other day that was so funny. It wasn't from here. It was from, I think, Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And they showed a screenshot of the weather from like 6 years ago. Same weather anchor. And it's got all the temperatures up there, and it's just up there on the temperature board.
Uh-huh.
And now 5 years later, the same lady standing in front of the same board, the temperatures are actually a little lower than they were 5 years ago, and it's all red heat warnings.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's 5 years later, cooler than it was, but now it's a heat warning anyway.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like when we were out in Arizona, I mean, that was crazy hot.
Sure. San Antonio, too, just brutal.
115 during the day, and then, it gets down to like 100 at night. That's the difference.
See, the difference in
here, we get a nice breeze, the sun goes down, it's kind of pleasant
especially when we get
outside.
some rain. In Southern California, that's why it's so great. It'll get hot as blazes in the heat, but at night, like kind of deserty, it'll go down in the 60s.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, San Diego is...
Yeah, that's what they say.
Can't
I've not
top
been to San Diego. That's something I need to do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Been done L.A., obviously, a bunch.
Yeah,
But
that's a fun place. Anyway.
Anyhow.
Yeah. Anywho, National Football League ball last night. The lights go out. Of course, the jokes were written as they take a shot at Aaron Rodgers. Hey, Canton. It seems like every year. It's only happened a couple of. Remember we can't have a game one year because
they painted it
wrong paint. And now the lights go out, and they've got way too much money invested in that place, as we saw last year. They were building water parks and hotels and such all around the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Big weekend. Our friend Tony's up there, so
I got
enjoying the festivities.
I got a couple of texts yesterday afternoon. No, first I got a call.
Uh-huh.
I got a call yesterday afternoon from Tony about 5 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And I was golfing actually, and I wasn't going to take it at first. And I was like, well, you know what? Let's see what's going on. So I think,
Dang, you was going to screen the Hall of Famer?
Yeah,
he did.
I've let the Hall of Famer go to voicemail many times, buddy. Yeah, many times.
That's how you know you're the man.
Well, I don't know. I just not whatever. It's because I was doing something. But anyway, so I take it because I think I have an idea what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I have an idea. He's going to say, oh, you know what? I ended up playing with your guy, Guggen Howard.
Oh.
Which he did.
He did?
Yes. In fact, here we go.
Was he paired with Guggen Howard?
They played together. I don't know if they I didn't get into how it came about
that's
because
great.
I talked to him just for a break. And so then Guggen Howard, what made Guggen Howard's day? Of course, gets to play with the Hall of Famer.
Guggen Howard is Jacksonville guy, boys. So you got to understand he lives
Guggen
up
Howard
there.
Is
But
the man. It's the friend we never had.
Yeah.
And so right after I get the call from Baselli, or actually it had come before, I hadn't checked my phone, but Guggen Howard had sent me the picture.
Oh, okay. Hold on, we're looking at the picture of Guggen Howard.
There's Tony and his brother.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's awesome. Of course they did. Oh, good. That's wonderful.
I was glad to be able to do that for Guggen Howard. It's like I told Tony when up there, I said, I'm not doing this so that some Guggen can hang. I'm just telling you, like playing with the dude.
Yeah, Guggen Howard.
That was the idea, right? And by the way, that was the unanimous verdict after. So I'm glad that we've brought these Guggen souls together.
Well, and for Guggen Howard, while he may have enjoyed playing with us,
sure,
getting to play with the Hall of Famer,
100%.
Guggen Howard is a Jaguar fan.
And by the way, Tony's fun to play golf with. He gambles, he ribs a little, but not too much if you can play. So I'm sure it was a great afternoon. But yeah, to your point, we now immediately go into second place.
Oh yeah,
in the golf pairing. And by the way, he's also probably played with. Because of that club he's at and all the stars that are there.
Oh, yeah.
We're probably like, I don't know if we cracked the top 20 of Guggen Howard guests. Yeah, who he's played with through the years.
Josh McDaniels was a.
Sure.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of dudes. Yeah, and
around this time,
it's a great course.
He loved it. Tony raved about the course.
And
they all play good. They sent me their scores. They're all between like 82 and 85.
Good.
So, yeah.
Good. Nice hilly course.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Charming is what the word I use.
What was the term we used? The shoot. You got to get it down
the sling. God, what's on? Oh, my God. What am I? I know golf. The shoot threw me off. No. Yeah, the sling spot.
There's like on a hilly course, you got to hit a certain spot.
The speed slot.
Yeah, the speed slot.
Hit the speed slot down there. Yeah. Gators, one thing you hate is injuries, and when you ain't got a lot of talent on defense, when maybe the best guy you have, playmaker-wise, gets hurt, it's nerve-wracking. And Shamar James is injured in Gainesville.
They said day-to-day.
Well, we'll see. I mean,
day-to-day,
I never trust that.
Yeah,
Billy Napier met the media, ET, yesterday and talked a little bit about James' injury. It happened Wednesday. He met the media yesterday. Florida plays in less than 4 weeks.
Yeah, lower body injury to be determined. But I do think it presents opportunity. Shamar's obviously contributed to our team, played a bunch last year, but that group is very competitive. It's one of the more competitive positions on our team, and we're really excited about that group.
Yeah. Big news for the and we'll see. Again, so many questions.
He was all freshmen. They don't have a lot of upper level.
A lot of
talent.
questions as things unfold. I've been looking at the depth charts of Florida football lately, and there are some names there that
The
you're
O-line's really
going to have to
concerning.
get familiar with.
Yeah, O-line is concerning. I think I think the defense can be a couple. I think the 2 transfers on the defensive line, addition to
I like the
Princely and
I like the D line. I'm not sure about the linebackers.
Well, apparently that's a good position according to Bill Yates. He just told us. Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. Chief Borders ain't walking through that door, friend.
Oh, we had all those nicknames for a while, and oh dear. Where did Chief go? Nebraska.
Nebraska, yeah.
The big news for the Jags is another D line. It looks like they're going to go with what they got.
Yeah.
Unless they make a
There's
trade.
still 2 or 3. There's still Clowney. There's still Houston. There's still Robert Quinn. I mean,
Clowney.
I hear you.
Houston is legit.
The only thing about Clowney, dude, that would intrigue me is that he's an alpha dog. I'm not saying his stats have been great, but they're better than because of what you expected at him as the number 1 pick. By the way, heads up, Trayvon Walker. This is what we're talking about. Clowney's numbers have been. He's been that, if you average 4, 5, 6 sacks a year, are you a bust, right? Clowney's considered a bust. He's been a Pro Bowler a number of times.
Right.
And his peak years have had more sacks than I think you would think. I think he's had a 9.5 year. He's had an 8
He had
year.
it 3 times.
So but my point is, if you bring him in, just situationally to do that, can he not be Arden Key? I'm just looking for Arden Key production, Hick. Can he be Arden Key good, E?
Yes.
Right?
You would hope.
So, yes, give him 1 year, $10 million or whatever. And
Ain't
just
giving anybody $10 million, apparently.
Yeah, Jan
got
did
his
pretty
10.
good for himself.
43 career sacks for Clowney.
In what, 10 years?
9 years.
Yeah, so 5 a year.
He's had 3 9+.
He's had like
3.
a couple, like a 0, though, hadn't he? Or a 1?
He had an 8-game 0.
8-game 0.
He had a 14-game 9. Last year, he had a 12-game 2.
12-game 2, yeah.
Rookie year, played 4 games at 0. Second year, he had 4.5. They'd be going nuts in
They did.
Jacksonville.
Oh, they were going nuts in Houston.
And he got to 6. And he got to 9.5 and 9.
And made the Pro
and
Bowl
then he
those
was
years.
gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
They let him go.
And if you think about it, too, he had J.J. Watt on the other side, and he wasn't really good putting numbers.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't say
That's
it's a
one
great.
thing. Hey, that's one thing that is going to help our Detroit guy, because he's got a Houston over on the other side.
That's ballin'.
That former Gator kid who ended up going, I think, to Jackson State. I think he transferred, but that kid's an NFL player. He had a heck of a year last year. So they got 2 bookend guys coming. Their bookends greater than Jags bookends.
Hutchinson's opposite is better than Josh Allen? I mean, I think that's probably a wash, isn't it? At the very least. I hope so.
He's
we got
not
a first
better.
year
He's
guy.
not better than Josh Allen, but he had a very solid rookie season. Is it James Houston? I think it's James.
Yeah, it might be James.
Yeah. He was more of a short, squatty linebacker. Is he rushing, standing up?
He's getting to the quarterback.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, to me either.
Where he's lining
No,
up.
I mean, listen, Josh Allen is standing most of the time.
Yeah.
That's not the prerequisite by any stretch.
See what he had last year. I don't want to misspeak. He had 8 sacks last year.
Yeah.
And
was that his rookie year also, or like third year or so? Did he go play for
No,
Dion or no?
Yes, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
He went
6th round draft pick.
Yes.
He had 8 sacks.
Yeah.
Well, that's another reason
That's what you
get
love
high
to
on
find.
Detroit, right?
6'1", 245 outside.
So they found
backer.
15.5 sacks from their rookie class. Oof.
And
Just
3
those two.
interceptions.
Yeah, from 2. Yeah, and 3 picks.
I could see James Houston falling though. He's one where the analytics would get you. He's not the right size.
Right, yeah.
Right? James Houston was a little guy, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, but he was. So anyway, I'm just saying their production last year was greater than our guys' production. I'm not saying they're better players.
No,
but their production last year.
I agree.
And following up on E's point, if you can have a guy from the other side who can wreak havoc, it opens up endless possibilities for you. So if Allen and Trayvon both can play better football,
I think the Jags are probably using this time though to evaluate. They're not sure if they need to add that veteran on the end. Now the other side of that is the longer you wait, the more they get scooped up. But I don't know what kind of your guy's still there.
Yeah.
The Ravens guy. That's really the only one proven guy. And again, if he wants to play and it's year after year after year of production, go sign him.
Well, maybe it's because we talk about it so much, but our one-to-one financial poll question today, after a couple of weeks, how you feeling about the Jags? Are you concerned about the pass rush? Is the O-line still taking shape? Do you love that offense? Or is your optimism sky high? Those are your 4 choices. We have 350 votes. You can vote at Dan Hicken.
I think it's going to go love the offense is number 1.
Mm-hmm.
What was the last option?
Optimism is sky high.
Optimism is sky high. Might
Concerns
still be
about
2.
pass rush and O-line taking shape.
I think 3. I think pass rush 3, O-line 4.
Yeah. Concerns about pass rush, number 1, 44.6.
Yeah.
Optimism sky high, 31.4. Love the offense, 17.1. O-line taking shape, 6.9.
Yeah, the offensive. I don't know. We got some scare tactics going on, but that should not be that disparity there. You should not be You shouldn't be 3 times more worried about the D-line than you are excited about the offense. Not 3 times. I'm not saying you can't be. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying it's a wrong answer. Opinions are opinions. Mm-hmm. But it shouldn't be 3 times more the concern about the D-line than the alternate great shape of the offense.
Yeah, I saw as we sort of bounce around, I did see today that Arizona now is considering.
They're going, they're going to the Big 12. And also the Big 10, apparently Cal and Stanford would be in play for them. So
Cal and Stanford or Oregon and Washington?
Like both.
They say, this is what they say. The presidents of the Big 10 want Cal and Stanford, academics.
Yeah.
And the athletics directors and the sports guys want Oregon and Washington. Who would you take? Or are you going to take all 4 and just,
Okay, hold on. Okay, good. Oh, I'm talking to myself here. Sorry. Oh. I've got details on the golf. We're buttoned up. Listen, we're not golf tournament organizers, but that's coming in the 8 o'clock hour. So stick 8:15. We'll make the announcement how you can get signed up. We've had to go through a variety of options. So
we're good. We're good to go.
You're going to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. You'll find a carrier pigeon there. You are going to program him to fly back across the ocean.
You write down what hole you want to start on.
We're going to need you to come here into the studio with and pay us in quarters. No, we'll see. But we are going to have an announcement, and I'll get the details on that. So
I want to fill it up today.
I have a feeling it's not. I'm with only 72 golfers, 18 foursomes available, and we did that just to keep it easy and fast and fun, man. Yeah. And if this is a big hit, and everyone has a great time, we'll do more of them scattered throughout the course of the year. It's good to you.
$50, right?
$50 total, and then 20. We're recommending you don't have to play the 2-man scramble. We're recommending you do that. It'll be fun. That'll be $20 a man. Or if you just want to come out and play golf, you do your thing.
One more note before we head off to break and continue our discussion. Just a shout out to my guy, Shohei.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Scherzer.
Yeah, I was so happy when
and then
first inning.
Then he rebounded, and in his post game with those 2 crazy eyes, told me he likes getting rocked early.
Yeah,
okay, sure
he's the worst. He is just
he's gonna go down as one of the most hated Mets ever.
They come to New York. He'll no hit us, but they come to New York in August.
Oh, that'll be nice.
He will get booed.
He's gonna go to. I mean, you're the Mets fan, but I get the sense just being a sports fan.
I would boo his ass if I was standing
more than any other former Met.
I would not thank him. I don't know. I gotta let that sink in. He was a good part of the team last year. Did you see what Verlander said yesterday?
Yes.
That's how you handle it.
100%.
See how what Max did?
Yeah.
Max had to, because Max is all about Max.
Okay.
Verlander
seemed almost disappointed.
Yeah. Verlander really, I don't know what happened, man. We just never got going. But gosh,
I think they're there now, aren't they?
He said, I'd tell anybody to go. I told you my buddy, one of my buddies is a member up at that Frederica golf course.
Okay.
And Verlander and Upton and Upton's dad they play up there all the time. They're members too.
Nice.
Shohei 2 for 2 at the plate.
Mm-hmm.
Hit his 40th home run. Walked twice. Stole a base. Scored 2 runs. Drove in a run. Struck out 4 guys. Threw 4 shutout innings. And they lost 5-3 on a 9th inning grand slam.
Yeah, he's weak. He had to leave with hand cramp. So
yeah, the cramps are bugging
discounts
him.
all that.
He's getting all those cramps.
He's gonna get. He's about to go 40 homers again. Oh, he went 40. Was it 40 last night?
He did. His
40. So that's. I didn't realize he had a 40 home run season for the Angels
already. 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's his second. There's only 3 Angels ever that now the Angels haven't been around for a century, but there's only 3 Angels that have had multiple 40 home run seasons. Do you know who the other 2 are? Did you see this?
No.
Okay. One of them's obvious. You'll get him in
Trout.
That's obvious. Who's the other one?
Salmon or Edmonds?
Salmon and Edmonds are both good guesses. It's not either one of them. There's a guy a little better than both those guys as a power hitter. I almost thought Reggie Jackson, but they didn't hit 40 back then, and he was late in his career.
Yeah.
This guy.
Is it like it's? I know.
I've got a context clue. It'll be interesting to see if you remember me saying this.
All right.
Austin Riley is a lot like this guy. He's built like him. He swung like him.
Yeah, I can see him.
And this guy played for the Braves at the end of his career. Played a couple of years. Was a starter for us and had like probably a 30 home run year for us.
Angel. So was he a corner guy?
Yeah, third baseman. That's why the Riley thing was.
Gary Gaetti?
Nope, it's Troy Glaus.
Troy Glaus.
Yeah, Troy Glaus is the other one. And he is remarkably similar to Austin Riley. They're built the same, big old country thick guys.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, we're warming up. It's a fun day today. It's Friday, Football Friday.
Love it.
On the drill.
Now, Downtime with Dan, brought to you by Ameris Bank. Whether you need help with business, personal, or mortgage banking, we're with you. Ameris Bank is an equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
We're headed to sights unseen in terms of transformation of an athlete. It's unbelievable, and it's happening before our eyes. It's the cantankerous, weird, psycho, drug-taking Aaron Rodgers into all-around good guy. I mean, is this unbelievable or what? And Green Bay fan has to be scratching their head a little bit like, are you kidding me? Like, what's the deal? Why weren't you like this more throughout your time, especially the last few years in Green Bay? But Aaron Rodgers, dare I say, is becoming likable. Very glib, very fun to talk to, having a good time on the sidelines, enjoying, savoring his time with the New York Football Jets.
At Ameris Bank, we're invested in the success of your business. Our local bankers are ready to help you improve your cash flow, optimize your operating accounts, and access financing when you need it. From treasury services and digital banking to loans and lines of credit, we offer tailored solutions to help your business thrive. At Ameris Bank, we're with you. Visit amerisbank.com/withyourbusiness or walk into one of our branches today to get started. Ameris Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hi, this is Dale Murray from South Georgia to Central Florida and coast to coast. The Murray Ford Superstores are still putting the customers first and cranking out the deals those big city dealers can't touch. It's no wonder everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle. It's simple. If Murray Ford Superstores doesn't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Plus, you get a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new and pre-owned vehicle. Shazam! Holy Jesus Aruba, Batman, how do we do it? There's no reason for your purchase to take all day, running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flammed with those big city prices. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. And we'll trade anything from aluminum cans to minivans. Be American, buy Murray Ford Superstore. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
Certainly facing challenging economic times. I can't speak for all of us, but for me, comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Hick it here for ITP Partners. I'll admit I don't understand a ton about the economy, higher interest rates, 401ks, but I do know as I move closer to retirement, I continue to watch that money grow thanks to Chris Bryant, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, and Reed Wingate. From Junebug to Juju, 3 generations of Hick and invest with our friends at ITP Partners. Ain't cookie cutter stuff either, gang. They listen to you. They give you an individualized strategy where your goals are the priority. Get in the game! ITP Partners always there to help. For more info, Chris at ITPPartners.com, Chris at ITPPartners.com, or call 904-312-9751, 312-9751. ITP Partners, my financial partners for life.
This is Dr. Chris Swanson. When your sports injuries flare up, come where athletes are treated like pros. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is Verlin Dormany, head coach and athletic director of Trinity Christian Academy. We're proud of our relationship with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Take it from us at Trinity Christian. When you need orthopedic care, call on Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Folks, it's finally here. The return of the Blue Crab Crab House. After a massive fire, they return and they're open Tuesday through Saturday, 4:30 to 10, Sunday noon to 9. As always, each and every Tuesday, $2 margaritas, $1 oysters on Wednesday. And as expected, the best crabs that you'll find throughout Jacksonville. Same ownership, same management. The Blue Crab Crab House off of San Jose on Jillington Creek Road.
He's a sausage man.
Albert Hainsworth is the reason why I retired.
Football and sausage go together like Leon and XL Primetime. Brought to you by the Sausage Dudes. Sausage with a purpose. Weekdays on 1010XL.
The extracurricular activities, the traffic, the nightly homework, the traffic, the finding time to eat dinner together as a family, the traffic. Back to school can be stressful. Thanks to Ziploc, meal prep doesn't have to be. New Ziploc bags with Stay Open design have a patented stand-up bottom that helps keep the bag upright and a top crease that folds and holds for easy filling, unlocking a second set of hands in the kitchen. If only it unlocked a second set of lanes. New Ziploc brand freezer and storage bags with Stay Open design from S.C. Johnson, a family company.
Taylor Doll here for Renewal by Anderson. You will love your new custom windows and doors. For a limited time, buy 4 windows or patio doors and get the 5th free. The first 50 callers get a free upgrade to TrueScene window screens, plus easy payment plans tailored to fit your budget. Offer expires August 31st. Restrictions apply. Renewal by Anderson, the official window and door replacement partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com. License number CGC 1527613.
At Cannons of Jacksonville, they know that when you're towing anything, you gotta have products you can rely on. With over 50 years of fabrication expertise, the family at Cannons can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Whether it's a heavy-duty hitch, trailer frame, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons will provide you with unmatched precision and durability. For all your towing needs, visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Instant Keys saves the day if you have lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call 722-1111.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
When it comes to selling your home, there can be problems, in which case I can give you some promises. Well, Chad and Sandy will. But ultimately, you get the proof. And gang, here's the proof. ChadandSandy.com. That's Chad, A-N-D, Sandy.com. You can also call them at 414-6200. Maybe you think a problem is that you got a growing family or you're working from home. You need more space. You think that because of the way things stand right now, it won't be easy for you. Well, with Chad and Sandy, the agents I recommend, it will be. The U.S. Home Price Index is on the rise. Interest rates are stabilizing. The market's turning more seller-friendly. So if you've been waiting, it might be the best time right now. Chad and Sandy, the only real estate experts that we're sending you to. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price at deadline, or they will buy it. So there's your promise. And here's some proof. Damien in Oakleaf, I needed to sell my townhouse and save money for a new, bigger home. I called Chad and Sandy, and what they say is true. Sold my townhome in 3 days above asking price. Go to ChadandSandy.com and get this service for yourself.
Find your why in your next career move at the First Coast YMCA. Everyone can get involved and make a difference in your community at the Y. And if you'd like to turn your passion into a fulfilling career, the Y is an equal opportunity employer and is now hiring youth program leaders, lifeguards, swim instructors, and more. Plus, Y staff enjoy benefits including free YMCA membership and free childcare while you work. Find your passion, find your why in a career at fcymca.org.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. The 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Is brought to you by J-Dog Junk Removal. Veteran owned and operated.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On 1010XL.
Hit it.
Yes! 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 I always like these comments as we welcome you back to the program. Concepts and rationalizations.
Yes.
At the end of the drill, we do have a prize pack. E, what do we have today, sir?
Well, we got lunch for two from Sonny's Barbecue.
And you'll go in your brand new Lamborghini.
My favorite is the old days after your post-game baseball interview. Today's guest on the 10th Inning Show, Boulevard Watch. Boulevard.
When I was a kid, we had Kiner's Corner.
Yeah, I remember that.
Kiner's Corner with Ralph Kiner, who was a slugger for the Pirates that nobody knew. I was a young kid, so he's a Mets broadcaster. It's kind of like John Madden, but it was on a local level. Kiner, he was a Hall of Fame baseball player for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and then hit 369 career home runs, something like that. And then he was a Mets broadcaster, and he would do the show Kiner's Corner, and he would bring on the stars of the game. And I mean, again, being the sick people that we are, I remember welcome to Kiner's Corner.
That was back in the day. There were 3 stations, WTBS out of Atlanta, WOR out of New York, and WGN out of Chicago that were on. Cable was brand new.
And you had the baseball game.
And cable was brand new at the time. I mean, forever we just lived off in your local affiliates. And then like the early 80s, and really cable penetration didn't get much anything until the mid-80s. But in the early to mid-80s, those, quote, superstation, independent stations from the bigger market. So we all watched a lot. And now OR wasn't as prevalent as GN and TBS.
Right. But then on Kiner's Corner, so Ralph would come out, they'd go over the highlights, and he'd have a guest or two. Today's guest, Tom Seaver and Jerry Grody. Jerry went 2 for 4 with a game-winning RBI.
He literally sat up down in the corner, didn't he?
They would have they had a little set. They had a little set, and then the beauty of it was, like, Tom would be on there quaffing a brew. They'd all be drinking beers. Sometimes the boys would come on and light up a heater, just smoking. That's what they did. It was the early 70s, man. That's what the boys did back then. So anyway, I got off the path, but what I wanted to say is I love these little ditties about Stetson Bennett, and as you know, I'm sort of bullish on Bennett. Stetson Bennett and Sony Michel were on the same team at Georgia. Sony Michel retired this week.
Yeah.
That means Michel was drafted in the first round, played for 4 different NFL teams, won 2 Super Bowls, and then retired, all while Stetson Bennett was still in college.
They're the same age, I think. Isn't Bennett, how old is Stetson Bennett?
25 or 26.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's old, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, a lot of, Trevor's not even 23.
Right. Yeah, he's older than all the boys. Yeah. So, and he doesn't look at all like a quarterback. It's one of the amazing. If this kid ends up becoming a good NFL quarterback, it's the guy doesn't even look like a great college quarterback. But yeah, it'll be. I'm telling you, man, keep an eye. Dude can scoot. I might be wrong, but that dude can scoot.
I'm going to stand by. I'm not saying he won't play in the league. I don't see a world where Stetson Bennett's a starting quarterback.
I know you don't.
But it might. I don't know for sure. I do know this. Anytime you have a hero that a lot of the local fan base, appreciated in college, you always overvalue. They're never undervalued. They're always overvalued. Danny Werfel, overvalued. Tim Tebow, overvalued. Andy Murray, overvalued. Just down the line. Not Andy, Aaron Murray. It just seems like when, So, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't know. He's apparently so far so good. Sony Michel, right, won 2 Super Bowls, huh?
Yeah. Patriots and Rams?
His knee was a mess from the day he left Georgia.
Huh?
He kind of gutted through knees the whole way, right? I mean, he was impactful for.
Oh, he was a good player.
He was impactful for the Patriots out of the gates. They have a 1,000-yard year.
I think he was right there. If he did.
Yeah. Now, Belichick also, he goes through these moods where he throws in some running back you never seen, and he carries it for 2 weeks.
It was interesting on the game last night. A lot of discussion about Deshaun Watson and the $233 million and what's going to happen with him and how he will play and the expectation level. And, again, when they throw up those statistics, and we talked about them, ironically, earlier this week, his quarterback rating and the yards and the things that he's been able to accomplish are incredible. And they're looking at it like last year was knock the rust off year. And now he's ready to go, and he's back, and he's going to be Deshaun Watson. And if he is Deshaun Watson, gang, you're going to have a 4-team race in that AFC North. We talk about the East a lot, but the Steelers win. And I doubt the Steelers as I doubted them last year, and Tomlin got them to another winning record. And the Steelers win. And The Bengals are the best team, and the Ravens believe they're back with Lamar healthy and ready to go and
That's
happy.
a good, right?
So I'm just saying that division potentially will be as much of a knockout division as the East, which is the kind of the sexy division that everybody likes to talk about. Everybody likes to talk.
I'd still take the East, but your point is still valid. I see what you're saying. I mean, you would consider them to be light years apart, but that I don't know, man. It's hard to buy in on the Browns. I just never do it. Or the Browns.
Sure.
Same. You could say the same for the Jets, but I tell you this: if I'd asked you 3 years ago, in 3 years, who would you rather have, Deshaun Watson or Aaron Rodgers? You would have dang sure said Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
And now that's at the very least. I will say this too about Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
It's genuine. He does feel like there's a renewed. It took 5 years off his life changing jobs. Listen, we've all worked places for 10, 12, 15, 18 years. Doesn't mean you hated where you work or you're miserable, but sometimes you just want something different. I know, Dan, nothing like that's ever happened to you or for you, but sometimes you just need that fresh air of a new place.
Exactly happened.
And I know it did. I was being facetious.
Yeah.
And so there's a honeymoon period where you feel respected and welcome and special again.
Yeah.
And he is in that right now, but he's committing now. I wouldn't be surprised to see Aaron Rodgers play another 2, 3, 4 years.
Yeah, I did 28 years at one TV station, and I was okay. It was fine. I could have done my whole career, which would have been neat, but it was I loved the last. I've done 11 or 10 years now at CBS and Fox, and they've been so good to me, and I've enjoyed it. And
that's a good example.
It's been fun, and it was because I think
re-energizes you a little bit.
So I was 50 when I left First Coast, 49-50. But you still have a lot, and I'm 60 now, and I'm still going, and I'm under contract there for another couple years. I don't work as much as I used to. I cut back on the number of days, but it's
now Rodgers won't be able to do that. He's not going to say, "I'm not playing third downs this year."
Oh no, but he can skip the off-season stuff.
There you go. But he hasn't, and I think that's an example.
No.
Like before, I thought, well, you're just kind of, I got to do this his first year. But
we
now
both gave back $35 million. There's a lot in common there.
I just feel like he's doing this because he is.
But no, that's a good point.
He's renewed and happy. Yeah. It's not because he has to. Like, well, I'm not going to go there and then not show up. I need to show up.
It does. It does give you. It gets the juices flowing again. So yeah, good for him.
And I'm. That's what I love about this. The calendar year and the business we're in and the fun we get to have just talking, super unimportant at times sports opinions. I'm changing my mind on the Jets. That's still I'm changing my mind because because I see this guy now. He's just kind of mailed it in with Green Bay. It was too esoteric. Everything's now I feel like he's engaged, and they've got great receivers.
I'm sorry, esoteric?
Yeah, he's always philosophical, and he's going on darkness retreats. You know what I'm saying?
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers was esoteric when he was with Green Bay.
Esoteric. ESOTERIC.
Correct.
Esoteric.
That's correct.
Ding!
Yeah.
E. Ding!
You forgot the...
E. Ding!
You used in a sentence, you're supposed to ask for the definition.
Can I have the word of origin, please?
Esoteric.
I'll tell you where no, don't say it. This is where I remember esoteric. It had something to do with our fraternity. There was something esoteric about the fraternity.
No, you know what it was? It was your little...
is it secretive? Or is it
secret. That's what it means. It means intended for or likely to be understood by only a small number of people with a specialized knowledge or interest.
Shout out Pie Caps.
So I would stand with, he was very esoteric in Green Bay, right? It's, you're not on his level, right? The plane that he exists on, but... I don't know. He seems more everyman so far in New York. We'll see.
That's sort of but again, to pull out esoteric in a sports show is a little bit valedictorian-like.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
I forget. Were you one or two?
I was one. Yeah. I was one.
Valedictorian.
I
was
was valedictorian.
Speech.
Now listen, it's all about small.
On my dog name,
it's all about small class size. You don't kid yourself.
It was.
It
was a small class.
You got a graduating class of 4 or 5. You can be the valedictorian too.
I had a class of
a little bigger than that.
880.
Yeah. Where were you at?
Miami.
140.
Oh, where did I finish?
Yeah, do you know?
Top 10%.
And
barely slid in.
So 80, top 80.
Like 88th.
Yeah, good.
Just barely. I got like
in your graduating class?
880 in our class.
Sheesh.
I didn't have 880 K through 12 in my school.
And
I was in Puerto Rico, right? I was in this placement school where you can, get ready for college.
I'll never forget at the graduation, which took like 7 hours.
I hate graduations. I hated my own. I hate going to them.
Somebody threw a rat up in.
Oh my God.
Oh wow.
You know,
Shout out Miami.
my best rodent story is this, and then we'll go to break because it's what we do.
Yeah.
We go suddenly into rodent stories. Yeah, this is great. So when I was at University of Florida and I got into the radio and broadcast part of it, you go work for the radio station there, and longtime legend Larry Vittel ran the place. And he was kind of a ball buster for students. You know, he was weeding them out. That's what they did. You don't realize it when you're young, but that's what these 40-year-olds are doing. They're saying, all right, who's got the chops to stand through this business, which can be so hard? He wasn't and friend of the program, and I love Larry. I give him a lot of credit for, helping me get started and learning the business.
Yes.
And you know Larry, too. You've known him for a long time.
Yes.
He's been on this shoot. When we first started, he was on quite a bit with us.
Where is Larry?
I think he may have moved up north, Dan.
No, he did. I thought he came back.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind tracking Larry down. But anyway, he was not very well liked among the students.
They hated him.
They kind of did, didn't they? No, I mean, they kind of did. But whatever. And I
They
never
ratted him up, didn't they?
I was always I grew up in this old South, super respectful was my deal. So I could never make myself, I've changed now maybe, but I couldn't make myself do anything other than whatever he was telling me to do, right? But one day we were sitting in the row of, calling and doing interviews, and Larry walks in and he sits in his desk and he opens his desk drawer and he just lets out a yelp. Jumps up out of his seat, and someone has put a dead squirrel in his work desk drawer.
Future Drill family member Critter Pro needed to get a call.
You knew, you're unliked when they put dead animals in your desk.
Larry picked that thing up and throw it out, or did Larry?
I don't know
get
what
someone.
Get
someone.
He recoiled. I do remember this
In a freakish manner.
He recoiled and shrieked like an 8-year-old girl. Which God, who knows? You pull up. You're the most unexpected of places, right?
True.
But it is only a little fluffy squirrel. It's not like there was a rattlesnake in there or something.
By the tail and just
let's get him out of here.
All right. Come kind, come courteous, come correct. Remember, 641-1010. Be sweet to E. E will be sweet back. Give you lunch for 2. E, where's that lunch?
Sonny's Barbecue.
All right.
And a brand new car.
And it's
courtesy of E.
It's official. We're a half hour. 8:15, we're going to announce how you can get set up.
Oh, come on, Googans.
It involves you getting in your car.
Drill Golf Day brought to you by ITP Partners. Let's go.
It's gonna involve you getting in your car and going on one of those treasure hunts. That's
treasure hunt, baby.
Because it's just so
we want you to want it.
In all seriousness, though, coming up at 8:15, tell you how you can be a part of the Drill Golf Day, which is, just a week and a half away. So it's a GFL Friday. That's green for life. We've got more next on 1010XL.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Get more downforce on Jacksonville's NASCAR station.
It's showtime!
This Sunday at Michigan International Speedway. Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234. From the station with the most horsepower, 1010XL.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Who's your hero? Before you answer Superman, I don't mean those heroes. I'm talking our local heroes. Do you know one? Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet want to recognize your hero in a big way. This year, we will recognize local heroes in our community and honor them with a brand new car. That's right, we'll be giving away a brand new car, cash, and free oil changes for life to our local heroes. Visit localwowheroes.com to nominate and vote today. Let's wow our heroes.
Hey, fact, we all want to feel better, especially if our joints hurt. You think you got bone on the knee, or you do. Your shoulders ache, and they ache all the time, man, like uncomfortably ache. That's where my friend Dr. Alan Nathans comes into play. He's got a no-needle regenerative clinic for people with degenerated arthritic joints. Man, he uses no needle, soft wave tissue regeneration technology. Get your stem cells going, grows brand new tissue, and you get long-term results. You don't have to do a cortisone injection. After a short series of treatments, man, back to your favorite activity, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, he's part of the 100-Year Lifestyle Network over at Nathan's Family Chiropractic. We're all living longer. Let's live healthier. Let's golf in our 60s. Let's jog. Let's work out. You need more information. You're ready to make a change in your life. You want to get on board, drnathans.com, drnathans.com.
Tim McGraw. In concert. The Standing Room Only Tour 2024. A night filled with your favorite songs. 5-Star Veterans Memorial, March 14th. With special guest Carly Pierce. Get tickets this Friday at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Tim McGraw. Live in Jacksonville.
Active and pain-free. That's the ticket. Dr. George Barry here, and I know that's the goal of every patient I see. They want the best possible care so they can go back to enjoying life. That could be pick up basketball, golf, tennis, running, or just working out. It all requires you to be as healthy as you can be. If joint pain is taking its toll on your active lifestyle, come see me at Barry Orthopedics. We have locations all over Jacksonville and can diagnose and treat even the most severe joint pain. A homegrown Jacksonville practice. Find out more at BarryOrthopedics.com.
You'll now find New Day Veterinary Care at 8 local Pet Paradise. New Day is the new way in vet care for you and your pet. But let's just be upfront. Pet Paradise, now synonymous with the ultimate in care for your pet. Let's face it, he's a member of your family. And spots are filling up fast with summer travel coming up. Your pet doesn't want to miss out. You need to go to petparadise.com right now and secure your location. Pet Paradise has 8 North Florida locations to take care of all your pet health needs, from veterinary to grooming. I love the staff. Staffs are so underrated. I don't care where you're going. Every time I go into a Pet Paradise location and I see the happy pooches arriving, I don't know who's got the bigger smile. The dogs, the cats, or the staff. They've got climate-controlled suites. These hot summer months, they'll be playing in the pool. They love your pet like you do, and you're going to love Pet Paradise. PetParadise.com. Go there now.
Frank Frangie here. These days, it's hard to know which companies to trust. When it comes to banking, I trust South State Bank. South State truly values its customers, and they work hard to create meaningful, lasting relationships. I love going into my local branch. I see the same smiling faces I've seen for years. South State is the largest bank headquartered in Florida, so they're able to offer all the banking services you need. You can trust South State Bank. Banking forward. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Start your Sunday off with a cup of Joe and some sports medicine intel. This is Joe C. inviting you to join me and Dr. George Barry for Breaking Bones every Sunday morning at 7:30. And if you miss an episode, just look for Breaking Bones wherever you listen to podcasts.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative, with answers to the questions I'm asked the most. Yes, we are local, and no, I'm not hiring an actor to read these commercials. Check us out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
The experts at AMCO have been fixing cars for almost 60 years. Over that time, they've gotten more complex than ever. That's why our techs undergo rigorous training and certifications, so they can fix anything, including the most complicated repairs that come with some of the latest technologies. After 60 years, there's nothing we haven't seen or fixed. It's how we know cars inside and out.
Money tight? We can finance almost anybody. Find the AMCO transmissions nearest you at amcojacksonville.com.
What defines a hero? Dedication, loyalty, courage. Every day at AMCO, we serve heroes. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. From complex transmissions to simple brake jobs with flexible financing and the extra safety precautions we need. The heroes we serve don't all wear uniforms. They're people like you. At AMCO, we're proud to serve all of you. AA MCO.
Family owned and operated in Jacksonville, Orange Park, St. Augustine, and St. Mary's, Georgia.
Hey Jags fans, football's almost back, and as your Jaguars are gearing up for training camp, we're excited to announce a momentous opportunity for the fans who've been with us since day one, the dedicated men and women of our military. As a token of our appreciation, head coach Doug Peterson is extending an exclusive invitation to active duty and veteran service members to join us for an unforgettable experience August 5th. To secure tickets, visit jaguars.com/training camp today.
Attention golfers, Hidden Hills Golf Club has become an attractive destination for golfers all over North Florida. You too will enjoy our classic Arnold Palmer design that'll test your game and keep you coming back. Book a tee time today at hiddenhillsgc.com.
Cataracts can take a toll on the quality of a loved one's life. Maybe it's even your parents or someone close to you. Hey, Hicken here. I've been talking to you about Bowden Eye. And it turns out renowned cataract care is right here at Bowden Eye & Associates. Their doctors help those with cataracts feel hopeful, sometimes for the first time in a long time. If someone you love is suffering from cataracts, schedule a visit for a personal consultation. 3 locations to serve you, including the new office on County Road 210 in St. Johns County.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
The main attraction at Jaguars training camp so far has been wide receiver Calvin Ridley. Ridley met with the media after practice on Thursday and spoke about his excitement to play with Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor's a great player, man. I'm so excited to be on this team with him. I think we can do so much. I'm trying to honestly keep it kind of low because I just, you guys are giving all of it away, I feel, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to keep it low key so we can, so I can go out there and do what I do and they're not worried about me so much.
Calvin Ridley, courtesy of Jaguars.com. The Jaguars have today off. They will practice in the stadium tomorrow morning. I'm Andrew Gibson with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, are we all ready? Here we go. Oh, say, can you see? And the Rockets,
Now that's Carl Lewis years ago.
Yeah.
Last night.
Was it that bad?
For the land of
That's not DeMarcus Ware. That's how a really bad one sounds. DeMarcus was from the heart, right? Demaryius Thomas, his whole team used to sing the national anthem side by side.
Right.
They let him sing it last night. Was it the most pitch perfect performance?
Right.
No.
It's a hard song to sing.
But if you read the reviews, they're harsher than what he actually did. I mean, he wasn't like buttoned up perfect by any stretch, but he shouldn't be.
It's fine. Sometimes in sport, or as we go through life, you become old fuddy-duddies, old fuddy-duddy takes. And then sometimes I think your wisdom and experience. And I tend to think this one is, we are not alone in this take. And I do think a lot of people are like this. And it started last year. I remember talking about it last year. But I mean, I think these are dark days. A handful of administrators and executives are destroying decades of tradition so a few rich schools can get richer. I don't think fans benefit from what's happening in college football. They're destroying what makes it so special and unique. I do.
Well,
I
like
agree
I
with that.
said, again, I think it's accurate. College football in the feel and the atmosphere and the pageantry used to be a lot closer to high school football.
It's semi-pro
It's
now.
coming soon. No more marching bands at halftime. Instead, we're going to take you via the red zone to all the other games around the country.
Yeah.
Halftime will be 12 minutes.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Yeah.
But it's just, and I liked college football as that bridge between high school and pro. It's not that anymore.
Yeah.
There are literally college players making more than their NFL counterparts. Think about that.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
There are a lot of NFL players that don't make $1 million a year, and there are a lot of college players who do.
Yeah.
So it's just, and what I loved about college football, one thing I really love is I love the rivalries. They started squashing those. They were ahead of the game on that. They started tearing down some all-time rivalries, Notre Dame, Michigan, Pitt, Penn State, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, Florida, Miami. When we went to these bigger conferences and divisions and championship games, that's the beginning. I mean, we're going full-fledged payoff and paid players next year. It's the NFL.
And,
without the talent. Now, look, this is a business and a atmosphere statement. It's not a talent statement. We're not saying that the talent in college football.
Sure. And I see both sides of the coin in some ways. If you're Clemson and Florida State and the money's being paid out, right? And you look and you say, wait a minute. Vanderbilt is making whatever the number is, $40 million more in TV money than we are. I can see why you'd get upset.
Yeah, I don't, because in 2016 you signed the grant of rights. You guys do better.
Yeah.
Do better. If you want to be better than North Carolina, you've got all the resources, win some games, do something.
Okay.
But somehow the ACC, and this is where I would kind of tend to your point, there's got to be something inherently wrong too. Why do Miami and Virginia Tech now stink? How did they go from Is the answer because the ACC doesn't have the kind of money to give to its member institutions to keep up with the Bamas and Floridas and LSUs and Georgias and I don't know. I mean, I can understand the other side of the argument. I mean, listen, the North Carolina AD didn't mess around yesterday. FSU needs to quit barking. They signed all this stuff.
Yeah.
Which is also a dangerous precedent because by all accounts, North Carolina will be coming for you soon.
They're being courted as
so
well.
that's going to be, I used to be tweet quote. That'll be X-quoted. We're going to X-quote you on that one, Bubba.
There's a certain...
His name is Bubba, by the way, literally.
What up, Bubba? There's a certain TikTok video going around on social media. I don't know if you've seen it, Jeff. You may have seen it in the YouTube hole.
Okay. Which one is it?
It's some kids playing golf. They're
he rips up the turf.
I saw that.
That's terrible.
Right. So he has to make the putt for the whatever. And again, golf is there's certain things you just don't do in golf. And you do not leave the course. You do not do that on a green.
Kid missed a putt, and he took his putter, and he just started
Slammed it
hacking,
into the
and
ground.
it like 8-10 times. He tore up the green completely.
Tore it all up.
There's another video.
That they should be banned from the course.
Yep.
Well, I saw
and also charged.
Yeah,
in terms of
to pay
money.
for it. Well,
Yeah,
that in fact, there was another similar incident. The kids were on like four-wheelers just ripping up.
Yeah, I
golf.
saw that. That's not
funny.
It's not funny.
It's just being again. It's kids being this.
I understand,
It's
but-
throwing balloons,
Right.
throwing exit cars. It's playing ding dong ditch. It's doing all the dumb things. But your problem is, the reality is this: if you got kids ripping up that green in a country club like that, guess who's paying the bill?
Yeah,
mom and dad.
Right.
So either a big time butt whipping needs to come their way, or
you're gonna
right?
work.
Yeah,
and you're gonna
it's
give
hard.
me your money. Yeah. Apparently, the pros said there'll be a $5,000 property damage fine. So good.
Yeah,
good for that.
It's by the way, it's golf, man. Again,
I know.
I want to be fair too.
I know.
You get a lot more geared up when you're young.
Throw your putter into the lake, then.
Yeah, but you get this, and I'm not saying I can't still from time to time, slam a driver head on the
Sure.
ground if I mess up, but the older you get, the more I appreciate just being out and playing.
Yeah.
And so you don't see old guys that often. Older, once you get up into your 40s, you probably, not everyone, we all have that hothead friend who can break something at any time, but for the most part, that's a young man's game, like destroy property after a bad golf swing.
One more thing to put a button on the Cleveland Browns, and the Browns and the Jets played last night. Football was back. It was cool for a while. I actually watched into halftime.
Did you?
Which was amazing for me.
I didn't hardly watch any at all. I did see Zach Wilson hit a nice deep ball.
Yeah,
That was
they
nice.
go gaga over that stuff.
They said Aaron Rodgers helped him with the call.
Yeah.
Like, here's another. Aaron Rodgers is helping Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Hey, Jordan Love somewhere's like, what now?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
He mentioned Jordan Love in his interview.
After he left.
Yeah, last night.
He wasn't.
I'm
right.
excited to see what
Yeah.
Jay Love. He's a young star in Green Bay.
But I think, here's the difference.
He talked fondly of Brett Favre.
Well, here's the difference. I think it's genuine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sometimes they can say, oh, he's just, look at that disingenuous chair. Like I said, whatever. Not that it matters. Not that my personal approval matters.
So this is the Browns' first 5 games, though. So, again, there's certain teams, you got – and, again, it is a marathon and not a sprint. But you got to find some dubs in here. You got Cincinnati at home. Now you're getting Joe Burrow, who's going to be rusty. And Joe Burrow, if I'm not mistaken, threw 4 or 5 picks last year in the opener against Pittsburgh.
I would think, and I'm not looking at it, that Cleveland and Cincinnati play each other pretty even through the years, even when the Bengals were. And by the way, the Bengals have been good and they've been making playoff runs, but they haven't been like 14-3 dominate the league.
Then you go to Pittsburgh on Monday night, tough game. Then you come back and host Tennessee, no pushover. Then you got Baltimore. Then you got an early bye week, and then you got San Francisco.
Ooh.
So those are your first 5 before you get Indy, Seattle, Arizona, games that are, But it's tough. It's not an easy schedule. So they got to navigate. My point is you don't want to be 1-4, which you might be. And if you are, you don't give up the ship because you could turn around and win at Indy, Seattle, and Arizona and be 4-4. But it'll be interesting how it goes. All right, 8 o'clock hour coming up.
From the text line. I feel you, my brother. I will arm you like Bill Murray. I'm a superintendent from the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. I'm a superintendent of a golf course, and I'd love to catch someone doing that to my course.
Oh, yeah.
It's just so rude. It's beyond rude. But again, it's temperamental, idiotic teenagers, right? I mean, these kids look 16, 17. They weren't. Now, if you're a grown man, you're doing that's even worse. Not that it's in any way excusable. even then. All right, we are 15 minutes away from the big announcement.
Oh, yeah.
How
True Golf Day brought to you by ITP Partners. The registration is going to be open here just momentarily.
Yeah, we'll tell you how you can do it coming up at when we come back from break.
And you better do it if you want to play.
I have a feeling it'll
Fill
do
it
it pretty
up.
quick. Yeah.
All right.
This is the drill. It's a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life. Trust them for all your commercial roll-off needs.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Duval has paid its dues. Now it's time to shine. This is Duval Sports Radio, 1010XL.
My partners had told me I should get my knee replaced. I was in my 40s, and I decided that I wouldn't do that.
That's orthopedic surgeon Dr. John Herzog, who found regenerative medicine years ago and became a believer.
It changed my life around. It improved me to a point where I was able to jog again.
That's when Dr. Herzog switched his focus from surgery to helping his patients with natural biologics.
I've treated at least 5,000 patients. I believe your body has everything it needs to heal itself.
Today, you'll find Dr. Herzog at QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in this exciting field of medicine that can give lasting pain relief with no downtime, no drugs, and no surgery.
I have patients coming up to me that I did 10 years ago saying, Doc, my elbow's still working great. I'm playing tennis 3 days a week.
Call QC Kinetics now to explore alternative ways to deal with your pain. It's a free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522. 904-274-5522.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
There are 16 spots in the playoffs and just one track left. Well, not just any track.
We're basically going to have to win.
Daytona. A last chance to keep playoff hopes alive.
1 point to the good.
And for fans to experience an event unlike any other. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 25th and 26th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Be ready for anything on the road or off road this summer at Nimnick Buick GMC. No one will ever pay over MSRP at Nimnick Buick GMC. You know where the showroom is on Phillips Highway, just south of I-295. Also can shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com. Car Bravo is here, a better way to shop used vehicles with transparent pricing. Nimnick Buick GMC has joined the Car Bravo family and is the only Car Bravo dealer in Northeast Florida. With Car Bravo, it doesn't matter what used vehicle you are looking for because they certify all makes and models. Honda, Toyota, Kia, Mazda, Ford, it doesn't matter. Buying a certified used vehicle has never felt better. Nimnick, they've been in the business for 82 years because they've been doing business the right way. They're family owned and operated, and no one cares more about their customer before and after the sale. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. NimnickBuickGMC.com. Check them out. GMC, we are professional grade.
For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
Major League Baseball is always on at Perfect Rag Billiards in Murray Hill. Whether you're a Ray, Cub, or even Yankee, Perfect Rag Billiards always has all the games live. Tons of awesome beer and food specials for the weekend, from Fireball Fridays, Seltzer Saturdays, and brunch on Sundays. That, along with tons of pool tables, shuffleboards, darts, and more. Get on out of the house for the action and come to Perfect Rag Billiards in Murray Hill, where you can catch all the MLB action. Perfect Rag Billiards in Murray Hill, a great place to watch sports.
Did you know the 2023 Honda CR-V Hybrid never needs to be plugged in? The onboard system charges the batteries for you. When you think Honda, think hybrid. Good for the environment, great for your budget. Visit your local Honda dealer to experience the CR-V of the future today.
Hey, this is Stevie Beechurst of Beechurst Plumbing. Growing up in Jacksonville, I was always proud when my dad would point at a building and say, "I did the plumbing for that." That's the same kind of pride we instill in every plumber here at Beechurst Plumbing. And that's the kind of pride you can expect when you hire Beechurst Plumbing for your home or business. Right now, we're doing summer specials to get your project going. To find out how we can help you, visit BeechurstPlumbing.com. BETROS Plumbing.com. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update brought to you by Woody's Barbecue. I'm E.T. The Florida Gators are holding an open practice this weekend, and head coach Billy Napier commented on what to expect at the practice.
Really see what goes into a football practice at this level. And I think put on display hundreds of people and how they contribute, right? We've got a lot of people that allow us to run a really efficient practice. So, you get to see some of the young players. You get to see some of the positions where there's competition. But more importantly, just a respect for the people in the organization that do a great job helping us practice the way we do.
That sound courtesy of FloridaGators.com. Currently it's 8:07 and it's 77 degrees. Time and Temp brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller. Stay tuned for more details on this golf tournament next.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
That's the war out there, brought to you by Catlin Truck Accessories. They've got radar and much more. They got everything you need. Radar detection, but I come for the truck accessories, baby. Truck guy here, and you can trust my friends over 100 years. Catlin Truck Accessories. Got a few of them out and about today, so it doesn't matter where we put these mics, ET. They always come off.
Wonderful.
All right. See what we can do here. All right, let's get through a few of these. Speed
Boys
Trap.
are out today, huh?
Yeah, they are. They're out today. Speed Trap. Hey! I had one guy text one in today, said he had time to text because he was currently waiting on the officer to write his ticket.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
We're sorry.
We're in a foul mood.
They're doing their job. I get it. We drive crazy in this town.
I just paid one yesterday.
No, see, there you go. I mean, every time I go, and I'm like, well, yeah, you got me. My bad, right? I mean, look. It's one thing driving 65 and a 45 in the middle of the night, a 4-lane road, no one around. But the way people weave and go and bob and run around here, go get them, I say. So this, as much as anything else, is for you to keep those speeds down. So you got one there. We have another Speed Trap 9B in the E-Town Parkway. I travel that way a bunch, so keep the speeds down there and keep that cash in your pocket. Then I had one more Speed Trap Roosevelt going south right after FSCJ.
Oh, yeah.
So it sounds to me like they are out and about all over the place. So I don't know. Just be a good, safe, legal driver today.
Over that break.
Former football star Johnny Manziel opens up about plans to commit suicide after finding out he was bipolar. I got diagnosed as bipolar. I felt like it was the same as being called an alcoholic or a drug addict. Spent as much money as I could, and then my plan was to take my life. Months prior, I went and bought a gun I knew I was going to use. That's coming up in his new Netflix documentary, Untold Johnny Football.
I listen.
What a sad story.
Well, there's some bleed over there. He was a drug addict.
Yeah.
So, he feels like a this, that, or you could almost argue that, that what you're feeling is because of those other things.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Johnny was stated drug addict.
That dude was so good in college and fun to watch.
Yeah, he was.
For sure.
I mean, Johnny Football was real. I mean,
He had a swag to him,
oh,
man.
he had swag, dude.
He
and,
did.
And boy, I mean, he went into Tuscaloosa and beat Bama.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure when Bama was at it. Yeah,
he did.
I mean, he gave defenses fits.
Did he beat him twice?
I think he did.
I think he did too.
Oh, he
I think
beat him twice?
Yeah, I think he beat him there and at Texas A&M.
Ooh, that boy was good.
Now, he also had Mike Evans, don't forget. That was his guy.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think that was Champ's first game out at College Station. They beat Johnny Football's first game, and the Gators beat him
like 17-13
but
or
it
17-10. But yeah,
but it was that kid was special, man. He really was, and that's another one of those though. And you would have thought, and again, maybe 10 years too early. Maybe in today's day and age he would have, but maybe he didn't throw the football quite as well as we thought, and the scrambling ability was so good.
No, the problem is this, and I got this, and I'll go. It's been long enough now, and he's in Detroit at training camp. But I talked to Mark Brunell about this with Johnny Manziel, and Mark is not an embellisher. Mark was for a while. He was doing this. The draft prospects would go. He and a couple of three other guys. They were working with quarterbacks, getting them ready for the draft, going. And Mark said when they brought in Johnny, they put the board up. He didn't know what cover 3 was.
Yeah, he just played street.
He just played football.
Yeah. He did, but it's one thing playing street. We know what cover 3 is.
I know, right?
I mean, he didn't even know what cover. All right, how would you the question was okay? Here's the situation. How would you attack cover 3? And he looked at him and said, "What's cover 3?" There's your answer. You can get by on that athletic ability alone in college. You cannot do it in the NFL. No one can. If the NFL, if they think you are athletic ability only in college and you're successful in the NFL, it's because they were wrong. You weren't athletic ability only. You have to have it between the ears to be successful at the quarterback position, especially in the NFL.
Mike Vick did it for a while.
He did, but I think Mike Vick's a smart player. He's smart.
It caught up with him, and then he had to get into the book.
Well, that's true, too.
Uh-huh.
He relied on the running more,
Yeah.
which, listen, take it from anyone who was a Falcon fan, good. I mean, Mike Vick did things for Atlanta. He took him to championship game. He
was always the best player on the field. That's why he was able to
pretty
get away
sure
with it.
Mike Vick produced the first Green Bay home playoff loss ever.
Yeah.
And it's in line with another shocking stat. The Jags gave was it the Bills' first home playoff loss ever? Could that be right?
Could be.
I think it is.
Pittsburgh. There's something about beating Pittsburgh twice in a season.
We did that twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were. And by the way, we're the only team to do that until Baker and the Browns did it a couple years ago.
This is on the McAfee show. The reason why NFL star quarterbacks have been, quote, turning down the opportunity to appear on the Netflix series The Quarterback, Season 2, is by design by the showrunners so the public will not know who will actually be appearing on the show for Season 2. I don't know if that's true or not, but...
Oh, by the way, speaking in line with the new genuineness, I bet you Aaron Rodgers is petitioning to be on there.
Yeah, maybe.
I feel like he would embrace it. Right? He's
Maybe.
got the Hollywood in him. I mean, he's out and about. There's a camera around. He don't mind being on it. See
Yeah.
all these different things we've seen. So
Yeah.
He'd be great, man. Maybe we get an ayahuasca session.
Oh. Just go to the bye week time. Just go back to the mountain,
Yeah.
Just go back to the mountain. See what happens.
All right, I told you earlier today what a great thrill it was for Tony Baselli to get to play with Guggen Howard. So that was awesome. He was up at his course there at Brookside. Meanwhile, we're not the Hall of Fame, and we're not inviting you to Brookside Country Club, one of the nation's top tracks.
No.
But we are just kind of throw it together and have a little drill golf day.
Yeah,
and
back to football.
$50 going to get you in. We're also going to do the $20 skins game, so bring your $20. It's a two-man scramble. You can sign up to play by yourself. You can be joined with someone else, but we have the details right now, and we expect the spots to go fast. I'm not saying you got to stop what you're doing and get on right now.
Stop right there!
To make sure we're making – listen, we want to have a good, fun, fast-paced day of golf.
Okay.
So we're only doing 18 foursomes.
Okay.
All right? We're not inviting out – we're not A and B. There's no gift bag. We've told you we don't want any complaints about the course conditions. They've had to redo the front greens.
Yeah.
They literally just did them yesterday. They're not going to be up to snuff. We don't care. We're going to have fun.
We don't care. If that's something that bothers you,
then don't
play.
do it. Yeah. So be forewarned ahead of time. We're not inviting you to TPC Sawgrass.
If you go up to Prosser and say, golly,
Yeah,
those
right.
greens are on 6 and 7, or
I might hit you.
he might slap you.
Yeah, I might.
Open-handed.
Yeah.
And while you might be able to kick his ass, he'll be there as well.
And you can't kick his.
And then you're going to have to deal with him.
That's true. I am this. I've said this before. I'm this old country boy, Dan. You can shove 18 flags into the ground. I don't complain much about course conditions, but if you're used to like country club golf,
that's fine. If
they're
you want to be
redoing
that
it.
way.
Sure. And I drove by the course yesterday in the front nine, which is the green. The back nine's fine. By the way, and I've been playing at Julington Creek for 20 years. It's a home course. The tees, the fairways, and the aprons are, and I'm not embellishing, the best they've ever been.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a golf course, and if you get out of the fairway, it's not 3-inch Bermuda rough, but it's sandy and it's messy, and it makes you wish you weren't there. But that's kind of what the rough's supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
But we're just having a day, man. It's $50. I think there was like a $4 like processing charge, tax or whatever.
Yeah.
And then an extra 20. But the idea, we want to make it two-man captain's choice, two-man scramble.
Right.
$20 a man, and then a skins game.
Yeah.
So that's the recommendation. That's how we want to do it, but it's not how you have to.
You don't have to. If you just want to come play,
then come play.
You want to come play by yourself? Come play by you. Want to? You'll get put with someone. You want to play with two? You're playing with two.
The best way would be to commit to 2 or 4, so you know your buddies and who you're with. But hey, it's all Guggen Nation. You get
Guggins and Guggins.
Correct. And if you want to do the skins game, or if you don't have a foursome, you can sign up and we'll place it. We'll get it done, because I imagine, like I said, this thing will. It's going to fill up pretty quick.
And also, the neat thing is our friends at ITP Partners are going to give a check to charity.
And part of you playing, by the way, give yourself a pat on the back. You also
you're
are
contributing.
It's just $30 for the golf. We're putting 20 of the 50 into charity.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing. So it's all happening, and it's a week
the
from
Fund. No,
yes, the World Fund, the Dan Fund. It's happening a week from Monday. We'll do our show there beforehand. We'll play golf,
10,
and then we'll eat a burger, hang out, and cruise.
We're going to go all live golf and shotgun it, wear shorts, and maybe we'll have a band.
Music, yeah. There'll be a band there.
We should get if anybody out there has a good little one-man band, can do some sing-alongs, we'll just hang out on the porch when we're done.
Anyway, where do you go to register right now?
Here's what we're doing. We're going to open it up for you. We've had some trials and tribulations, some test patterns and not, but you can register right now for the Drill Golf Day, August 14th. Go to the Julington Creek Golf Club website. Go to the Tee Time tab, and on August 14th, you're going to see a bank of the 72 tee times at 10 a.m. Click on one of those. The course is all ours till 4.
Okay.
And but when we tee at 10:10, the idea is we're going to be done at 2:10. Okay, 4-hour golf's what we expect.
Yeah.
But anyway,
moving and grooving.
You're going to get. We're going to Live Forever Golf.
You can play bad, but play fast.
Our friends over there at LFG going to give everybody a golf hat. The golf course is going to feed us burgers and drinks after.
Burgers and drinks.
And if you're me and you live a mile from the course, you just may get sideways with 6 or 8 cold ones along the way too.
Wonderful.
Right?
So anyway, it's open now. Guggen Golf Day.
Yeah.
Or a Drill Golf Day.
Yeah.
Coming up on August 14th.
Julington Creek Golf website. Book your tee time now. Go to August 14th. Make sure you don't sign up to go play tomorrow or something.
Right.
Go to August 14th. There should be a whole
bank.
Their whole bank of tee times there, and there you go.
$50. We can't do any better than that. It's open, and we'll remind you again throughout the day. So let's go and let's get that taken care of, and then we'll have fun. Another day, I've got another Dak Prescott. I'm not going to throw a lot of interception on video.
I don't think that calling your friend a B, is just friendly trash talk. What Trayvon Diggs said to him and the way he said it seemed a little bit more than friendly bantering. What was the term?
BA.
Shut your BA up.
Yeah, shut your BA up. I mean,
BA.
Right. And,
is that okay?
No.
Your witch bass, right? BA, that's going a little too far, isn't it? That's
it is. But
when you
I
call
don't know
a man
y'all's rapport.
By
But
the way, when you call a man a B, it kind of makes you a B.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of a, I don't know. But anyway, I don't know if that's all hunky-dory like they're saying. Like they seem to make it, that's no big deal. Zach, I start this. Oh, okay. I don't know.
Oh, I've got another. I started this segment with the Johnny Manziel documentary.
Okay.
The best one, maybe. And it's coming.
The best documentary?
Yeah.
You love the docs.
Oh.
Can't be better than that Gator joint.
When is that coming? Is that
August
starting?
14. August 14.
Oh, that's the day of the. Maybe we'll just do a screening.
Oh, that's a day. That's a day.
I think it is. How about this one? BS football.
What do you mean BS football? What is it?
It is BS. Bishop Sycamore football.
Oh, my God.
They got this coach who's a liar.
They don't even deserve it.
I mean, it is bad, dude. They are going to show you how bad Bishop Sycamore football, the scam that this guy tried to pull. I mean, they're in the We didn't have any teachers. It is awful, man. It is going to be so good, dude. That is what they did to those. I mean, again, man, people, what are you doing? That whole thing is just, oh my goodness gracious. Isn't that amazing, though? Think about that.
I don't want to glory. I mean, whatever. I hope they rip them to shreds.
I
what
think
they
they
need.
are.
It's disgusting what they did.
The Bishop
Played
Sycamore
a bunch of 27-year-old players against.
Or
No, they were the ones that got beat by 100.
Yeah, we're an American football team in Columbus, Ohio. They purported to be a high school football team of Bishop Sycamore High School. The high school was advertised as an athletic sports training academy. However, after a blowout loss to IMG Academy on TV, on ESPN,
I remember,
who also deserves some
I didn't vet them at all.
criticisms. That was 2 years ago now. They started to say, well, wait a minute. What's the deal? The investigation included uncovering the identities and credentials of the team's administration. A former executive of the Ohio High School Athletic Association came forward, said after 3 years of investigating, it shouldn't take 3 years, by the way. He was convinced it was a scam.
Yeah.
The Centurions suffered lopsided losses in all 6 of their 2020 games, yet their lack of success did not hinder their ability to schedule marquee games against elite prep and high schools. The televised game against IMG Academy, second time they had played the school, following a similar 56-6 loss in 2020. Their 2021 schedule was ranked the 4th most difficult of any high school team in the U.S. In the wake of the scandal, the remaining opponents canceled their games. Oh, we can't play you now. They know. Former player Aaron Boyd said, oh, yeah, they said we were going to be the IMG of the Midwest. Many of the student athletes were older than high school age, okay? There was no real campus. Athletes were housed in a hotel for 5 months, with the only schooling being one visit to a public library. I laugh how ridiculous, but how absolutely sad it is. The school couldn't maintain coaches as 80% of the coaching staff quit during the season.
That sounds more like college football than high school.
And the team was left with just 2 coaches and 1 mother of a player. The players were also not provided with food, and some players resorted to stealing from supermarkets to eat. Yeah.
Yeah, that does sound like college.
Oh, my goodness.
Jameis led. We got some crab legs.
They revealed head coach Leroy Johnson recruited the students with the prospect of practicing at Ohio State's facilities. In reality,
come on over, boys. We're going to practice over at the shoe today.
In reality, they will practice outside an apartment complex that housed students at Ohio State.
Big old field out there.
They probably did it in the parking lot. No, not even a field.
No athletic trainers.
Cars out of bounds.
No athletic trainers.
Oh, man. Did anybody, go to jail for this?
The apartment
fraud or child abuse or anything?
In the documentary preview, the guy said, did I commit any crimes? Did I break the law? He's very arrogant.
Is it Netflix, or do you know which one it is? You don't know?
I don't know.
When is it? Do you know that either?
It's coming.
It's just coming.
Because I just saw the preview for it.
Okay, all
right. The apartments housing the students frequently evicted them after Johnson failed to pay rent. Many players already graduated from high school. 4 or 5 kids that were 20, 21, and children of their own.
And they still couldn't beat a high school team, by the way.
Number of players had legal issues. At one point, so many players had active arrest warrants, the team could not fly to away games.
I'm sorry.
One player joined the team immediately after being released from jail.
I'm sorry, that doesn't fit terms of your parole. We're going to have to leave you back, Johnny.
5 fights at every practice, according to another player. The school was originally founded, you'll like this, as Christians of Faith Academy.
Oof. Well, at least they got off of that. The best part of it all is this unknowingness. Is that a word? You ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay. When a school or a business or a building is named Bishop something,
yeah,
it's named after a person. You just can't throw Bishop in front of any word. Like, you can't go to Bishop Cadillac.
Right.
Right? Like, if you hear Bishop Verreau or Bishop Moore, it's because there are actual bishops that were named that, and the schools are named for them. They just threw Bishop on a sycamore, which is just a tree. Bishop Sycamore.
Former athletes at Bishop Sycamore also revealed that the coach's football play calls came from Madden. Madden video, and that the team attacked a homeless man by attempting to break into Johnson's car.
Where he
the
lived.
only class offered to students was a religious class taught by Johnson, who borrowed $100,000 from a bank, never repaid it.
Well, that would be the crime part
lawsuit
of it.
filed by ARN Hospitality, who claimed he owed him $110,000 for not paying any portion of the bill from the hotel. Similar lawsuits for failure to pay for a busing company and a football helmet manufacturer.
Like so many terrible plans.
This is fantastic.
Like this is terrible from the get-go. There is no upside to this plan. Why you would want to get together 30 troubled young adults and play high school football is beyond me.
Yeah.
I mean, what? And, he sold every one of them on you're going to open eyes, get college scholarships. But how does this guy think that's a moneymaker? Do you know what a pain in the butt it would be to try and organize 40 of those jokers or 30 and try and play football? And just to make a quick, to scam $60,000 from somewhere?
The finale of the 2021 high school kickoff series is where all the questions began on ESPN. It was a weekend of high school football showcases.
I remember.
They do that
every
every year.
A couple, 3 years ago, right?
Yeah, 2021. The games were booked by the Paragon Marketing, which was historically serving as a partner for ESPN's high school stuff. Paragon was unable to find a team willing to play IMG. By the way, who wants to play IMG? Which is another whole story down the road, but that's only, hey, pay $60,000 a year, but we'll get your kid a scholarship. Yeah. So they outsourced their efforts to a man named Joe Mayman, who runs a company called Prep Gridiron Logistics. He contacted 200 schools to play IMG. Bishop Sycamore stood up and said, we'll play him. The game was expected by many to be a game between two elite programs, but was far from competitive. IMG 58-0. As the lopsided contest ensued, play-by-play announcer Anish Shroff and color commentator Tom Luganbill was on the call.
I think he pointed it out.
Began to question the legitimacy of the Centurions on air. They revealed that ESPN had been unable to verify claims the roster contained Division I college prospects. They could not find any mention of Bishop Sycamore or his players in any recruiting databases.
I remember this story starting as, look at this poor school. Why is IMG beating them like that?
Yeah.
And then it merges out into, they're just a bunch of frauds is why.
One member of the production team likened the game to 4- and 5-star recruits against JV.
Was it like 80-something and nothing and they stopped it? Or was
58.
But they stopped the game, right?
Did they? I don't know.
58-0 isn't that bad. I mean, there'll be schools this year lose 58-0.
After the game, a Fairfield Inn and Suites where Bishop Sycamore stayed in Canton, because they played at the Hall of Fame Stadium.
Oh, my gosh.
Accused the team of attempting to use 2 invalid checks for $3,596 in order to pay for 25 rooms.
My bad. That was
also charged
that
for
was
$750 for room damages.
Yeah, that was Dan and I checking out last year. My bad. Yeah.
Oh, my
Where'd we
God.
stay? That may have been where we stayed, buddy.
Coach Johnson was fired Aug 31 in the aftermath, with founder Andre Peterson taking over the operation.
What are they doing? Are they shuttered, right? Obviously.
Yeah. Unbelievable, man.
No
It
more-
is. I could go on and on, but I don't. The documentary is going to be one to watch. This is the drill on a
Yeah,
football
and
Friday.
there's just one question here on the text line. Designed by Lifetime Enclosures. The registration is open. I'm getting a lot of feedback already. You go to Jointon Creek Golf, the website, go to the Tee Time tab, set as many tee times as you need, book as many, and pay for as many as you need for the August 14th. It's we got a whole, if you see, when you go to the tee times for August 14th, there's like 60, 70 of them that are just for 10 a.m. That's our group. We're going off shotgun so we can get around the golf course. So that is open. You've been asking. Here it is. Jointon Creek Golf, the tee time tab, and then book your tee time for that morning, August 14th, in that 10 o'clock window. But from the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, any truth to rumors that Kool and the Gang will be playing at the Drill Open?
E, what do you got on that?
I'm waiting on a response, man. Yeah, the email has been sent.
All right.
All right, there you have it.
Back with more next. It's a GFL Friday.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go, for you Googans, for coming to Drill Golf Day, brought to you by ITV Partners, Kool and the Gang.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Climb aboard the Jacksonville Sports Radio train.
All aboard!
1010XL.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Hey, like an offensive lineman protecting his quarterback at all costs, Craig and Christine Kaprowski, they do the same. This husband and wife team teamed up to take care of all of our insurance needs, and man, do they. I know folks who have called. I tell you about my daughter all the time. She saved more than $100 a month. I also know that some people call, and Craig and Christine say, hey, your insurance looks good. They're very honest. They'll tell you forthright. And by the way, I paid my auto insurance the other day. I mean, the costs are going up. So if you need homeowners, auto, flood, you got a boat. Craig and Christine are part of the Goosehead Insurance family. They're going to find you the right coverage at the right price. I trust them with my insurance needs. Maybe you should as well. If you want a checkup, you have questions, Craig.Kaprowski at Goosehead.com, Craig.Kaprowski, Koproski at Goosehead.com, or call 904-478-8422. That's 478-8422.
David Garrard here. Once again, Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has gotten me back to my active lifestyle by easing my knee pain with PRP treatment. PRP is a platelet-rich plasma concentrate that promotes tissue repair and healing and can even help alleviate pain caused from arthritis. Ask your doctor at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist if PRP may be right for you too.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
If your lawn is not as green as you'd like, it's time to go orange by calling Orange Environmental Services, Jacksonville's highest quality pest control for over 45 years. Frank Frangie here. I've trusted Orange Environmental to take care of our home's pest control needs for years. With the Orange Shield Protection Plan for your home or office, you can relax knowing Orange Environmental will handle pest control, termite control, and mosquito control. Orange Environmental has been giving Northeast Florida peace of mind from bug problems since 1972. Call them today at 272-3284.
All year long you'll be singing our song. Stay cooler with Bueller. At the head of our class, we make it happen fast. Stay cooler with Bueller. For heating and air, we always play fair. We make the difference 'cause we really care. Bueller Air. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hunters know patience is part of the game.
Just got to keep hunting.
Jeff Lageman, Captain Kevin Faber, and Captain Kirk Waltz on the Nimnicht Outdoors Show. Presented by Duck Duck Rooter. Saturday morning from 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Hi, my name is Will Landreth, and I'm Truist Market President here in Jacksonville, and we're proud to partner with the Jacksonville Business Journal to support the 2023 Fast 50 Award. At Truist, we believe that the dreams for tomorrow's growth are built by hard work done today, and this year's honorees have demonstrated just that. So please join us in the Jacksonville Business Journal on September 21st for the Fast 50 Awards as we celebrate the 2023 honorees for their continued hard work and dedication to growth and development. For more information on the event, visit jbjaevent.com. We look forward to seeing you there, and go Jags.
Tim McGraw in concert. The Standing Room Only Tour 2024. A night filled with your favorite songs. 5-Star Veterans Memorial, March 14th. With special guest Carly Pierce. Get tickets this Friday at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Tim McGraw, live in Jacksonville.
Does your home or building need painting? For over 20 years, Performance Painting has had the privilege of preserving many of Jacksonville's most prominent buildings. That said, we feel like we're just getting started. I'm Jason Parker, and our team thrives on preparing, protecting, and preserving the homes, businesses, and public buildings that make up our local landscape. Contact us today to put our years of experience to work for you. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
Hey, Hicken here. I hope your summer's been as fun as mine. We had some great vacations, did some traveling. Must admit, though, I'm looking forward to everybody kind of getting back into order. My youngest going off to college. Everything got is settling down in the house. Man, the house is taking a beating. So the tile and grout, the carpets and rugs all need a good cleaning. Time to call Zero Res. Right now, Zero Res offering the hottest price of the year on tile and grout cleaning. Get your towel and grout cleaned and sealed 25% off. Zero res, man. Spell it forward, zero res, spell it backward. Right way to clean.
Join the face painting fun every Monday at the Ponte Vedra Woody's Barbecue, where kids eat free with a paid adult. Mondays from 6 to 8 at Woody's on Solano Road in Ponte Vedra.
At Woody's Barbecue, it's what we do. Let's eat.
Superior Fence and Rail knows about exceptional customer service. From the first call to the final inspection, Superior's team provides first-class care with great communication, friendly installers, and quality fence products. There's a reason why Superior is the top-rated fence company in Jacksonville. So get off the fence and call Superior Fence and Rail for your new fence today.
When you're on the fence about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Ackerman Urology offers the most advanced options for improving men's health and vitality. Their board-certified urologists treat all prostate disease and sexual health issues. Call their new location on Atlantic and Hodges or visit AckermanUrology.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville. This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
A very, very quiet statistic for Trevor Lawrence that doesn't get talked about much is his ability to run. And by the way, he has a nose for the end zone as well. 7 touchdowns in 2 years. 5 touchdowns rushing last year. He's rushed, again, it's not out of this world, but he is capable. 625 rushing yards on 135 attempts. Trevor Lawrence is dangerous with his feet. We know how well he can throw it. And the yards may get less as the years go by. But he's such a good athlete. The ability is always there, and that can only help the Jags. That's your Duval Minute. It's brought to you by Lift Power. We do it all at Lift Power. Lift Power has been providing the Southeast with all its materials handling needs for more than 50 years. From lift trucks, warehouse design, docks and doors, to total warehouse design, service support, fleet management, and more. You name it, Lift Power does it. Learn more at liftpower.com. Get down, get down. Get down, get down. Get down, get down.
That's almost a tease. I'm going to put a moratorium on Cool in the Gang until we get some answers. All it does, it's like starving and they hand you a crumb.
It's a tease.
Show you a big picture of a T-bone.
All right, well, we're not gonna force the issue, but we're already a quarter of the way done to filling up for the ITP Partners Drill Golf Day.
Yeah.
So if you want to sign up, just go to the Julington Creek Golf Club website. $50, and we'll have a good time.
Go to the August 14th tee times, and they got a whole bank. And I just checked; there's like 48 left out of the 72, and it's been open for 10 minutes. So
going fast.
And by the way, if you sign up, you're playing. Well, I guess through this, you're paying either way. So the charity wins. Don't sign up and not show up because too many people want to play.
The other thing is, again, and it's unfortunate. And if it by the way, if it goes well, we'll do it again. So at some point, but we can't. Once you're in, you're in, and we can't. You can't call me off air and say, hey,
yeah, right.
Go sign up.
Sure.
Go sign up.
All right, so we got a scrimmage tomorrow at the stadium.
Yes, we do.
Gators also scrimmage tomorrow in the Swamp.
Yes, we do.
Certainly a lot more unknown with the Gator scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you want to talk about the very, very top, right? You got a guy in Graham Mertz versus a Trevor Lawrence here. But if you look at the Jaguars, I say scrimmage. A practice is open. I don't know if I should call it a scrimmage per se. But I give folks a chance. Is there a number of fans who could attend tomorrow that would make you go, wow.
For the Jags?
Yeah.
Oh,
15,000? Is that a big, huge number? Or is that look, it doesn't matter either way. I'm just going by the excitement and enthusiasm that seems to be shown at the Miller Electric. By the way, I'm told that you still can go on and get some training camp.
Like they open it back up.
Yeah, they open it back up. I think maybe some people took, second thoughts maybe and went to a bunch. But so tomorrow, a lot of fans are going to be able to get their first view. So, I would kind of encourage watching the same thing we told everybody who was going out to the camp for the first time, and that's Calvin Ridley. Speaking of which, Calvin Ridley met the media yesterday and talked about a variety of things. Agent Zero's swag is starting to show up, Hick.
Mm-hmm.
He got a confidence, and he ain't afraid to tell you about it that we haven't had around here in a long time.
Yeah.
Here's including earlier. By the way, like the ultimate confident athlete statement even though sometimes it's maybe not accurate, is the old I am him, right?
Right.
Oh, I am him. Well, Calvin Ridley said that earlier this week. He was asked yesterday, what exactly do you mean by that?
I'm a good receiver. I'm one of the better receivers in the league. That's what I've been saying since I was a rookie. And I noticed that right away when I got into the league. Not to, I'm trying to be humble, but, everyone has doubted me. I'm trying to fight back respectfully at the same time because I'm not into the media. I'm not into, all the getting into it, but I'm just trying to show I got respect for myself and I work hard. I'm not going to say I'm going to come back rusty or anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to play good for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, so he also talked about going Tyson Campbell. That's something that both those guys look forward to, that challenge, keep them sharp during the week. And
I just worry a little bit that, everybody seems to be propping up Calvin Ridley through the roof, and I hope he's a great player. And look, again, and he's been working hard. He's had a great camp. He's making plays. He looks different. It's all good, man. It makes me a little nervous.
In fairness, though,
we just let him play
pumping up can sometimes carry a connotation that it's artificial.
Yeah.
He's getting pumped up because first you're excited that you have him. You're going on past, performance and reputation, but then you see him on the field and it's a little bit different level.
Right.
So I think his eye-opening training camp performances on some days have been part of that quote pumping up as well.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we've seen them all come through here, Hick. He looks a little different.
He does. And
hopefully he is. Hopefully he is him, as he says.
Yeah. So, and again, it should be great. And I've talked to you again, the one-to-one financial poll question of the day.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't really agree with the Guggen's answers, but hey.
Update it for you real quick. And we asked you after a couple of weeks of Jags practice, how you feeling about your football team?
Okay.
Where are you on? And you had 4 choices, and the 4 choices were: you are, if I can find it, concerned about the pass rush, O-line still taking shape, love the offense, optimism remains sky high, and 45.5 are concerned about the pass rush. So I don't know. That could be that could be a case of we know we're a good football team, but that's the one area where I'm a little worried, and that's fair. I mean, we've K'Lavon Chase on your third rusher, Josh Allen and Trayvon Walker. We need more from all those guys. And everybody.
And I'm not. Listen, opinions are. Those are both valid answers, but I do. And maybe it is because of what you just said.
Right.
You're so confident overall. You're trying to find the one thing that stands out more than the others. But I think it's a mistake to be like 3 times more pessimistic about the defensive line than you are optimistic about the offense. That's out of whack to me.
Yeah.
Like 41%. What did you say the number is that pass rush? 41%?
Yeah.
And it's 17% for the super optimistic about the offense?
No. It's better than that. It's
At one point, it was like 3-1. Is it narrowed the gap a little bit?
Let me look here. It is 45.5 concerned about the pass rush, but optimism is 30.5.
That's gone up, I think.
No.
Okay.
Love the offense is 17.4.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Love the offense. That should not be 41-17.
45-17.
It shouldn't be 45-17. You shouldn't be that much more concerned about the defense than you are in love with the offense.
Should you be concerned about the offensive line?
Yeah, a little. But I think the offense is going to perform and produce.
Does it bother you that Anton Harrison has a little bit of a shoulder?
I'd rather him be healthy.
Yeah.
Here's the reality of where we are with the offense, Hick. I think they could cut everyone, go find 10 more offensive linemen, and still be a good offense. I'm not talking about guys in high school, but just waiver wire, this guy, that. I think the offense is that good. I think that it'll be. I don't think there's going to be anything but further, arrow up for the offense.
Jan Ngakoue is going to how many teams has he been on now, guys?
I think it was 5, wasn't it?
I think it's 5 now.
Is it 5 now?
Well, he went to Jags, Ravens, Raiders,
Colts,
Vikings. This is 6.
6.
This is he's becoming one and done, man.
There was something that I saw, and I don't know when he did this. I don't follow Jan like I used to when he was here, but it said Agent Drew Rosenhaus. Did you guys see that in the social media story?
Mm-mm.
Well, that wasn't his agent when he was here.
No, I remember that. I remember it was a different agent.
So,
do you have the same agent as Jalen, maybe, or no? I'm not sure on that.
I don't think so.
All right, let's go to break. We'll come back with more. The golf.
I want to talk about Jan a little bit because
me too.
I want to,
and the Jags situation there, and where we're left with. So we'll do that when we come back on the other side. If you're signing up for these for the Drill Golf Day, you go to Jointon Creek Golf. You sign up for the tab on the 14th. The way a two-man scramble works is you partner up, you both hit, you go to the best ball, you write down your score at the end, and if you have a hole where you're the lowest score of everyone in the field, then we'll split up that amount of skins money, $20 a man. So that's basically how it works for those that are asking that question online. And I'm monitoring this thing. We may be sold out by the time the filled up is probably a better word. This is a very low impact when it comes to what is coming out of your pocket. But by the end of the show, perhaps. I don't know. We shall see. But looking forward to it. That's coming up a week from Monday. We'll do the show out there as well. You're listening to The Drill. It's a GFL Friday. More on Jan and the Jags. Still, are they just going to stop any kind of search, if there ever was one, for a vet defensive pass rusher?
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is our house. Yes, sir. Our house. Let's get it rock and rolling. Our house. Hey, this is our house. This is where we live.
1010XL. Home of the Jaguars.
This wasn't how Patrick pictured himself in retirement. Instead of playing golf every day, he could barely walk because of his severe knee pain.
It hampered everything because it hurt to walk around the golf course. It hurt to swing, pretty much doing anything.
But the groundbreaking regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics changed everything for Patrick. QC Kinetics uses your body's own healing properties to help repair and restore damaged tissue in your knees, hips, back, and shoulders. No surgery, no drugs, no downtime.
The turnaround's been amazing from where I was to where I am now. I've gone from a 15 handicap down to a 7 handicap because my knees allow me to play golf like I haven't been able to play probably in 15 years.
Don't let joint pain keep you from doing what you love. Call QC Kinetics today for your complimentary consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522. 904-274-5522.
Hi, this is Dale Murray from South Georgia to Central Florida and coast to coast. The Murray Ford Superstores are still putting the customers first and cranking out the deals those big city dealers can't touch. It's no wonder everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle. It's simple. If Murray Ford Superstores doesn't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Plus, you get a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new and pre-owned vehicle. Shazam! Holy Jesus Aruba Batman, how do we do it? There's no reason for your purchase to take all day, running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flammed with those big city prices. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. And we'll trade anything from aluminum cans to minivans. Be American, buy Murray Ford Superstore. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
At Big Chief Tire, we care about your safety on the road. Frank Frangie here. We're proud to offer the best tire brands at affordable prices so you can drive safely and get more value out of your car without breaking the bank. Visit our new Orange Park location for brake repairs, tire replacement, oil changes, services, and more. Call 904-932-0950 or visit BigChiefTire.com to schedule an appointment at one of these 5 Jacksonville locations. We keep Jacks rolling.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
A Tuesday night tradition in Duval.
Helmets and heels.
American women are seldom so straightforward.
With Lauren, Taylor, and Mia.
We won't answer to anyone.
Driven by Tire Outlet.
And presented by Underwood Jewelers.
Tuesday nights at 6.
On 1010XL.
I-9 Sports, offering youth sports leagues all over the First Coast. If you want to find out how you can get your son or daughter in flag football, soccer, basketball, or t-ball, the focus is simply on them. Log on to i9sports.com and get your kid in the game.
Are you an electrician looking for better pay and benefits? Miller Electric Company has the industry-leading compensation package. Electricians are eligible for a signing bonus up to $1,000. Now, they're partnering with the Jaguars on their new performance facility, the Miller Electric Center. Miller Electric has opportunities for you to work on some of the most exciting projects right here in Jacksonville. Whether you're experienced or not, visit MillerCareers.com, an equal opportunity employer. That's MillerCareers.com.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Multi-unit hair grafting is now available at IHRS and can give you 3 times more hair in one procedure over a traditional hair transplant.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
You can grow your hair back with this exclusive new procedure. Call for a free evaluation. Call IHRS 904-777-IHRS 777-IHRS 777-4477.
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. With the weather now hot as can be, look ahead and get that backyard ready for fall with a new open air or screened-in enclosure. Maximize the space you have and make it great with Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. They truly are the best in the business. So if you have the space and the idea, give them a call today. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway. Tell them Prosser sent you.
I'm Dr. Mitchell Yass, the most unknown world-renowned expert on pain elimination. That's right, elimination. If you've tried medications, injections, physical therapy, chiropractic, even surgery, and still experience pain, then say yes to Yass. I have successfully used the Yass method for over 30 years to help thousands reclaim their lives. To learn more, call me at 904-906-YASS. Let's end your pain and say yes to Yass.
Elevate your party game to the next level with Mystic Cornhole Company. Visit their showroom now on the corner of Hogan and Parental Home Road. It's your one-stop destination for all things cornhole. MysticCornhole.com.
This is Dr. Steve Crenshaw, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
The biggest star of Jaguars training camp so far has been wide receiver Calvin Ridley. Ridley met with the media after practice on Thursday and compared playing for Doug Peterson to his time under Nick Saban at Alabama.
It's like when I played for Alabama. Probably one of the hardest camps I've been in. I think it's going to transition into the games for sure. Like, I've been in seasons where it's like, oh, wow, I'm getting weak, you know what I'm saying? But, nah, I feel strong. Like I said, I was out for a while, but my body's responding pretty well to every day coming back out here, so I love it.
Calvin Ridley, courtesy of Jaguars.com. The Jaguars have today off. They will practice in the stadium tomorrow morning. I'm Andrew Gibson with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back. It's 8:53. Dancing.
Go, Dan. Go, Dan.
Stop, Dan. Stop, Dan.
OMW. It's Friday,
oh, man,
baby.
Right, yeah, WMD, the whole thing. White man dancing. I don't know what that is.
Oh, no, I ain't seen that one. That's a new one.
Somewhat
You like
of
that
a,
one?
That's a new one.
Somewhat of a twitch working there.
So anyway, Yannick Ngakoue.
Uh-huh. This is an all-time screw up. Go ahead. Start the story. I wonder, has he recouped it?
Yannick Ngakoue was a good young football player, a third-round pick, right, out of Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
And he came here, and he'd get you 8-10 sacks a year, if I remember correctly.
I think you're right. I think he did. I think his
and
low
it came
here
down
was
to
8.
time where he needed a new deal. And he wanted to be the highest-paid defensive end in the league with an average salary of $22 million per season. The Jags were in the $19 million range with like $50 million plus over the first 2 years.
Wow.
When he broke off talks.
He broke off talks. That wasn't enough, was it?
That was not enough.
So what was the best long-term deal? What did you what was it again?
Well, what I said was...
I know, I was listening, but I didn't
No.
process it good.
Hold on. He turned down $19 million annually is what it basically would have been, and I don't know how many years. Maybe he wanted. So let's say it was 3 years, even if it was 2. I remember it being 3 or 4 because I was always I sat there on television. I remember saying, Jan, take the deal. If you play well, you'll get another monster deal at 28 or 27. He was very young.
Well, here's the deal. He came into the league. He went 8, 12, 9.5, 8. So, yeah, I was right. The lowest he had here was 8.
And remember, he was getting those. Not only is he getting those sacks, he was also, like 4 of those sacks, he was forcing fumbles and weren't getting the ball back.
Yes, he did.
Then he went traded to the Vikings.
So he ended up playing for $2 million that year.
He's never had fewer than 8 sacks in a year.
It's just, it's almost like.
Why did you not go?
It's almost sad. So then
8,
I go
12, 9.5, 8, combo 8 Vikings, Ravens, 10 with the Raiders, 9.5 last year with the Colts.
Okay, so remember, in 2019, he wanted $22 million a year. He settled for 2. He had 19
because they didn't sign him.
He had 19 on the table. So let's say he lost 17. Keep this in your head. Let's say he lost $17 million, and these are rough figures. The following year, 2020, with the Vikings, he made 5. So that's 7 he made. He would have had 50 over those 2 years. That's $43 million he did not get. $43 million.
There's a fine line between
the following
maximizing your value.
Well, that was the Ravens. I'm sorry. The following year, he's with the Vikings. He made 6. Then he played
Same year. They traded him in the middle of the year.
Then he played for the Raiders. He made 13. He made 13 for the Colts, and now he's getting 10 with the Bears.
So 26.
He's made $42 million. He would have made that plus in 2 years.
Yeah. Listen, those storylines need to be told
guys.
to the players' union needs to tell guys that story too.
I get it.
They're all for supporting them and telling them to hold out and this and that, but there's also that
by the
side.
way, and again, and when you talk about right and wrong in terms of value that you put on players, Caldwell was more right than Jan in this case.
Well, look at
Jan should have run and signed that deal. He never came close to that kind of money in all these years, and he still gets sacks, but he can't play the run, E.
Right, he doesn't.
He's small, and he can't play the run. And it must be that. So, but it's just and again, I'm sure he would say, don't feel sorry for me. I've made $42 million, and thank God he has. But my goodness gracious, dude, that 42 could be about 80 right now.
Yeah, he literally, he lost probably $30 million.
Yeah. I mean, and we talk about these all the
30
time.
mil, bro.
Yeah. That's a lot of money, man.
Yeah, you think?
That's a lot of money.
And by the way, who knows what would have happened? Although things got so bad here, he would have never lasted here, dude. Not his personality type would not have lasted here.
No.
Didn't Jan famously get in a fight on the field with Dante Fowler?
Yeah, they didn't get along, right?
They hated each other.
Yeah. There was a lot of that locker room. That was 17 was good, but what a mess of a locker room. It all starts with King Cancer himself, Jalen Ramsey.
There was one time we were waiting to go in after a game, and then all hell broke. They were opening the door, and then they shut it because there was a fight in the locker.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would just look, and like Calais would shake his head, and Calais was a great guy, but those guys killed him. They called him all kinds of names behind his back.
They didn't like him because he was actually like mature and professional.
He was a pro.
Yeah, these guys wanted just to run wild.
And I always said this, and I mean this.
Young,
I'm not
immature.
And I'm not
room.
piling on Jalen.
No.
I said this years ago. He's the most selfish athlete I've ever interviewed. I can't remember a conversation with Jalen where money didn't come up. And the Brinks truck was the ultimate.
No one on this show or anywhere else is doubting him as a player.
Oh, no. And Dante Fowler.
But as a teammate. And
Dante Personal Fowler, the stories of him are legendary.
Yeah. That's fair.
And Telvin, what in the blazes? Who knows?
Yeah. Speaking of blazes, Burning Brine is on, and then we'll go to break because
right.
once again we get ET in trouble with our inability to.
No, we're good.
The All-Pro Roofing Hotline.
Hello, Burning Brine.
Hello, Burning Brine.
What's up, fellas?
You're geared up for Jaguar football for another year.
I am, man. It's awesome. Watching the game last night, it's like, man, football is back.
Yep.
And got me recalling last year's season again, just how incredible it was.
So good.
Man.
Burning Brine has been there.
I can't get over.
Yeah, Burning Brine is a legendary Jaguar fan. He's Burning Brine because at one point, so frustrated, he burned some gear.
On the air, I believe. I think we were on the air.
Yeah.
And he put a pile of Jaguar stuff out and
lit
he
it all
burned
up.
it right on the
Lit it all up. Burning Brine was just had enough. But he remains strong. Every year he's gone and he comes back.
Brian, by the way, is a long timer. Brian's
Yes.
been with us for 20 years.
And,
Back
and
to
no
the
one,
old days.
No, Burning Brian is the guy that we, and not me or not as a fan. I love my kids, but I'm more happy for guys like Burning Brian than anybody else with Jaguars because of what we were able to go through last year. Because he has been in the abyss with this football team for a long time.
What was he before Burning Brian?
Just Brian.
Just Brian.
Just Brian.
Brian the mulch guy.
Yeah. Mulch Brian. Mulch Brian. Now he's
I
Burning
appreciate
Brian.
all that, fellas. I really do. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, coming to the Ocho radio station.
Yes.
Ocho.
Yes. Way back
station
when.
Back in the day.
Yeah. Bay
But
Meadows
no,
Road.
it was a Byron Leftwich jersey was because he played the Green Bay game. He played the Green Bay game, and his comment after the game was, "Oh, it's no big deal. I played bad. It's okay though. Hey, I'll get it figured out." And I was like,
And he was gone,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
That was a preseason
Yeah,
game,
then
right?
they-
And Garrard hit a big
Yeah.
play, and then Leftwich was gone on Monday.
and they cut him. Yeah, and I was
Yeah.
like, man, because I got rid of the jersey, burned it, did all that, and then then he got cut the day after. So it's like,
Oh no!
that's what,
Because
it's like
got some voodoo going on.
voodoo going on.
Burning Brian's one
You
of the
know,
best.
All right, Brian.
I did.
Go ahead.
I did plan on just showing up for the golf tournament.
Yeah,
again.
that
You
won't-
think I better get it?
Yeah, sure. Give it a whirl. Bring a mulch truck and go to work while you're there.
I actually signed up. I went ahead and I got a foursome signed up.
Nice.
So I will
Perfect.
see you guys out there.
Okay,
for sure.
awesome. Now we'll look forward to that. Thank you.
Burning Brian.
And by the way, Brian is talking about the Guggen Golf Day here, the Drill Day.
Yes.
Drill Golf Day.
Drill.
It's a week from Monday. I just checked again. We're now down to, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
We're down to 40 spots left.
Okay.
I mean, we opened this thing like 30 minutes ago.
72 golfers,
spots. So
half
they're
filled.
Go to Joint Great Golf website. Go to the Tee Time tab. Fast forward over there to August 14th. And the book of tee times that don't get a 338. You'll be playing by yourself. We have the 10 o'clock block.
Yes.
And, like I said, we checked first. There was, 56 left. Then there were 52. Now there's 40.
Yep.
I mean.
Keep signing up. By the way, when we come back, I'll tell you about another defensive end who just got bank. We got a signing in the National Football League.
Okay.
And
I'm assuming the Jags didn't sign him.
No, they
Okay.
did not sign him. That's next on The Drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Summertime in your favorite city.
In the summertime when the weather is hot,
There's no place like home.
we're always happy. Life's for living, yeah, that's our philosophy.
Stay cool with 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you listen to one commercial today, listen to this one.
Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet are doing it again, recognizing the local heroes in our community with a brand new car. That's right, we'll be giving away a brand new car, cash, and free oil changes for life to our local heroes. Nominate a law enforcement officer, firefighter, EMT, nurse, teacher, veteran, or your local WOW hero. Head to localwowheroes.com to nominate and vote today. Let's wow our heroes.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville. And let me get this right, Greg. Cycles is selling boats?
We are carrying the Coach Pontoon boats, which comes with a legendary Honda engines, and these things are first class.
So Honda outboard engines, if you have one, this is where you can go and get it repaired. And then you also have these pontoon boats.
In stock, ready to have some fun on the water, and they are big fun.
So it's not just Cycles of Jacksonville. They are an authorized boat dealer. Come check out the coolest new concept in pontoons. Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic near Regency.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
1010XL's Friday restaurant of the day is Perfect Rack Billiards in Murray Hill. Open daily at 4. Catch all the MLB weekend action with a ticket. Always at Perfect Rack Billiards in Murray Hill. A great place to watch baseball.
Tacos and sports go hand in hand, literally. You can watch sports with a taco in each hand or with a taco in one hand and a surfboard in the other. Don here from Taco Lou. I love sports, and since you're listening to this station, you love sports as well. If you love sports and tacos, then Taco Lou is calling your name. We always have the game on here, or you can call in a to-go order to watch at home, or let us cater your next watch party. Catering for the holidays? No problem. Taco Lou in Jax Beach. Cheers to tacos, sports, holidays with the family, and tequila.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
This is Keith Catlin for Catlin Truck Accessories, and we are so blessed to be in business for over 100 years. Over 100 years of the best product and customer service means you can count on Catlin. From Roll-and Lock bed covers to Lear toppers to Cam Locker toolboxes, Catlin Truck Accessories has you covered when it comes to your truck or van. We do those too. Got a fleet of vehicles? We can outfit them all.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
One name, one location, 100 years. You can count on Catlin.
Atlantic Self Storage, the official storage partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Need to make room to watch football in your home or need a place to park your boat or RV? Store it all at Atlantic Self Storage. Over 50 locations in Northeast Florida. 24-hour access, all with month-to-month leases. Moving? They can help with supplies. They make storage easy. Go to AtlanticSelfStorage.com or call 877-WE-STORE to find a storage solution near you. Go Jags!
Sports injuries are a common issue for both adults and children. Dr. George Barry here, and as a specialist in orthopedic care, the team at Barry Orthopedics and Sports Medicine here in Jacksonville provides comprehensive diagnosis and treatments of all types of sports injuries. With additional training in sports medicine and more than 30 years of experience, the team is available to care for your entire family and help you have fun and stay active. Visit us today at BarryOrthopedics.com.
And don't forget to check out Breaking Bones Sunday morning, 7:30 on 1010XL.
Wondering what you're going to do for dinner tonight? Southern Steer Butcher is a full-service butcher, and we grind and make sausage in-house every day.
Now open in Ortega. For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm ET. The Drill Golf Day has been announced. It will be going down August 14th at the Julington Creek Golf and Country Club. To sign up, simply head over to the Julington Creek Golf and Country Club website, select August 14th, click on the Tee Times tab. We will be teeing off at 10 a.m. Be sure to hurry up and sign up because the slots are going quick. Currently, it's 9:07 and it's 79 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller. Stay tuned because the 9 o'clock hour with the drill is next right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Gookin Nation. It's another hour with Duval's Big Dogs of Sports Media. Dan Hicken.
Yes.
Jeff Prosser.
Blah, blah, freaking blah.
And E to the T.
E.T. is the GOAT producer.
Shout out, time to get nasty. It's 9 o'clock. But before we do, coming across the wire from Adam Schnipner, is it? Adam Schuchter?
I think it's Schefter, but you could call him the Gray.
The Gray? What is it, Adam Schechter?
Schefter.
Okay. Well, Adam Schnipner reports that 8-time Pro Bowl defensive end Cameron Jordan, the all-time franchise sack leader, has reached an agreement on a 2-year, $27.5 million guaranteed contract extension that ties him to New Orleans through 2025. $27.5 million in new money comes with $27.5 million in guarantees and is the largest contract on average and guarantees for any defensive player in the NFL history.
This man's
at the age of 34.
Checks.
He's getting big checks. So, yeah.
Money.
Money.
Season officially started last night.
It did.
Quote, unquote. Doesn't take long. You said you waited till half. Good for you, man. What staying power. I thought it was.
You know what I enjoyed?
Very boring.
It is. I enjoyed the discussion. I enjoyed listening to, a lot of people don't like Collinsworth, but I enjoyed listening them talking football. Because it wasn't just about the Jets and it wasn't just about the Browns. But they were talking about the issues and such, and that part I enjoyed. So that was the part that
you've always enjoyed that a little bit more than me.
I read a column in the New York Post here, and I know we're all guilty of this, and we all just and so put me in the group.
Okay, New York Post, putting you in the group.
Well, there's this guy, this old cantankerous media critic guy, but he was talking about Dalvin Cook.
Okay,
and he's like,
because that's timely because they're talking about
And he said, New York sports fans like to talk about how they're sophisticated. We're no better than, this is his words, we're no better than Yahoos in Lincoln, Nebraska, Norman, Oklahoma, Lansing, Michigan, or throughout the SEC.
Who is this guy?
Police cars carry the latest team yearbooks to identify perps.
Yeah, who is this? What's his name?
Mushnick.
Yeah, hey, Mushnick.
Yeah.
Go to hell, buddy.
Yeah.
You elitist twerp.
Right.
Like, what? You live in Lincoln, Nebraska, you're a Yahoo?
Yeah,
Yeah, you live in New York, you're a crack smoker, Mushnick. GTH. Man,
that's basically what he said.
I didn't like that.
That's
anyway.
Fine. So he's like, he's talking about Dalvin Cook, who we all sit here and talk about what a good football player is, which he is.
Okay.
Right? And then he says, Cook has proven that he's not during his student-athlete days at FSU, one of several Sunshine State universities that annually recruit, exploit, now employ, then discard rotten risk football players in the worsening netherworld of colleges, serving as fronts for football and basketball teams. Cook was a consistent
by the way, none of this
reprobate.
happens at Syracuse or St. John's in basketball, by the way. It's only us rubes down here in the SEC.
Cook in trouble at FSU, firing a BB gun to bust car windows, to being an associate in an aggravated assault case in which a firearm was allegedly aimed at a neighbor in Cook's apartment, to the abuse of 3 pit bull puppies. What
Is
a guy.
this all old news?
Yeah.
Okay.
The next year, Cook was charged, later acquitted with punching a woman outside a Tallahassee bar. None of this prevented Cook from being a second-round pick in the 2017 draft. And then in 2021, he stands accused in a lawsuit of brutalizing his ex-girlfriend, berating her head bloody and swollen. And I guess this is like the first time I sort of heard about this part, and there's a picture of the young lady. Oof. So
it's bad, huh?
Well, and the court documents showed that Cook first offered her $800,000 to drop the suit, then $1 million to drop the suit. She rejected both deals. That's a lot of wood for an innocent man to offer a woman who fabricated the claim instead of defending himself in court for a lot less money.
And the fact that she didn't take him, did she take him to court?
She's got nothing out of it, or where it is.
When did this one happen?
This
allegedly,
was in 2021.
So this is after he's in the NFL, is it?
Look at this picture.
I've seen
Look at this picture.
I've seen the sniping, like, he's done this and that, but I've never really done the research.
I know, and that's part of it, and we just accept that. But and if he did that, then
if he did that, he should.
Why is he playing football?
That's a good point. If he did that, then Roger Goodell needs to have a meeting with him.
Like,
That's disgusting. What I just watched. Yeah. I got to be honest. I'm pretty up to date on all this. I did not know this. Narrative on Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
These boys, you boys that are beating up women are some kind of cowards, man. Y'all are some cowardly bros.
Is that
well
known about Dalvin Cook, or is that news to you?
That's kind of news to me as well.
Yeah, I don't remember. Like, I think we just focus on, and I don't know if they did a good job of keeping it out of the public. I don't know, because like Dalvin Cook is a star, right, in the NFL.
Stud.
Right, he's a star. So how is it that this has not? Now, again, maybe there's another side of the story because I'm reading this. And maybe, and let me look and see if there's another side where, oh no, those charges were dropped, or she didn't, or he didn't do it, or. But if he offered, if court documents tell me he offered her $1 million,
did she fall down the stairs? Look at her face.
That ain't falling down the stairs, bro.
If he offered her $1 million and that's what her face looks like, guess what, gang? Dalvin Cook beat the hell out of that girl.
I mean,
end of story. And Roger Goodell up here in your tower. What are you doing, Chief?
Yeah, this is.
You should be investigating
almost
this
2 years ago.
You shouldn't allow this guy.
Why was he playing in 22?
If this right here is the abject truth.
Yeah.
And you're letting this dude go promenade across the league to get the most millions he can? Shame on you. That's disgusting. That video is that picture is alarming. That girl's face is beat to death, man. That's so cowardly. You guys
at one point he
grabbed. You guys that hit women, man. God, dog, you deserve yours. You deserve yours more than anyone, you cowards. God, it's awful.
The filing said at one point he grabbed a broomstick and beat her before throwing her against a wall. When she fell to the ground, Cook continued to kick her in the hips and ribs before she got up and ran down the driveway in search of help, but he led her back to the house and took her phone.
Yeah, Dalvin Cook needs her boys to give him an ass whooping that he'll never forget because ain't nothing else that solves this. Obviously, the NFL could care less. They're complacent at this point. And the legal system apparently doesn't want to deal with it. She should have taken her $1 million, at least got something out of that scumbag.
Well, and then in the Star Tribune, that's the Minneapolis paper, right?
Yeah.
In a deposition, Cook said he was aware his lawyers had initially offered Trimble $800,000 in May to provide a sworn affidavit exonerating him of the wrongdoing.
She wouldn't do it.
After Trimble's lawyer told Cook's counsel that she would not sign a fraudulent affidavit.
In other words, I'm not going to sign saying he didn't beat me up.
His
He beat me
lawyers
up.
increased the offer a few hours later to $1 million. That
So
higher
maybe-
offer required Trimble to sign a letter to the NFL relieving Mr. Cook of a wrongdoing.
You know what? Also, then the NFL should now punish you double for trying to buy your way out of it. Where did common sense go? The way you just read that, it's clear what happened. That shouldn't affect it. She could write a letter all she wants. The NFL should suspend him anyway. She should take the $1 million.
How was he not? Was he arrested?
I don't know. It seems like he was or would be. Or why would you offer that cash? That's just gross.
The incident was on
God,
November
so
19th, 2020. She flew to Minnesota to break up with Cook and get her things from his house.
That's so disgusting.
They had a rocky relationship, but wow. I don't know, man.
That's just gross.
I didn't know anything about it, but I wonder how he's able to play. And how the league hasn't done anything. I mean, they have these investigators. I mean, if somebody gambles on football, they're out for a year. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I mean, how many NFL players do we just suspend for gambling on football?
Well, it's from the text line. Just tell Goodell Cook plays to bed. He'll get suspended for a
Yeah.
year. I will say this. You beat a girl like that, you should get 3 times any gambling suspension
I
ever
gotta
brings.
say,
In
that's
fact,
correct.
that is so repulsive. How about this? Dalvin, check out the XFL because you ain't playing in this league again. That's gross, dude. Who was the guy that got caught on video, the former running back who beat his
Joe
poor girl to
Mixon
death?
Or Ray Rice?
Ray
No. The guy in
Punched
his
her out.
no.
Oh no, there was the
guy in
from
an
Vandy.
apartment.
The guy
Yeah.
from Vandy. He threw her around
And
like
I think he ended up getting a long sentence out of that.
Well, he wasn't playing anymore. It's a running
that
back.
Zach
Cunningham?
Stacy?
Yeah, Zach Stacy.
Stacy or
Stacey.
Cunningham? But
Not
he used to play
Cunningham.
for the Rams. Yeah.
Yeah, Zach
Stacy.
Stacy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Breaking news, E. And somewhere, a smile as big as the state of Florida is across AP Mark Long's face.
What do you mean?
As Mercedes Lewis is going into year number 18, and he has signed with another team that will be breaking a tie with Jason Witten and Tony Gonzalez for the most ever played by a tight end. Congratulations to Mercedes Lewis, who we let leave years ago. The Chicago Bears.
That's a reunion with Jan then.
I know you. Who doesn't Mercedes? Who hasn't Mercedes played with?
Was Mercedes? How long has Mercedes been gone now from Jacksonville? It's been a few years, 4 or 5.
More than that, hasn't it? Let's look.
He was here a long time, bro. They drafted him, what, Mojo's draft?
Mojo Rising.
Maybe even the year before.
He's been with the Pack 5 years. 17 was his last year with the Jags. 24 catches in 17. My man in the last 5 years has caught 57 balls in 5 years.
He was always just a glorified.
But they loved him. He's a heck of a
blocker.
blocker,
Yeah.
man, and he can still do it. That's the amazing thing. This guy, man, tip of the cap to Mercedes Alexis Lewis.
Yeah,
his best year was 58 catches, 700 yards, and he had 10 touchdowns.
I think he was
that
a
one
pro.
year.
I think he was a Pro Bowler that year. It's his only Pro Bowl year,
He's
wasn't
been
it?
he was an average pass catcher at best, but a tremendous,
but a good athlete.
Some guys will say the best blocking tight end ever.
It was always strange that he wasn't a better pass catcher. Like
Yeah.
he could have been it all. He had a Hall of Fame body,
Mm-hmm.
and he made some
Wasn't
catches.
he a really good basketball player in high school?
I don't know. It
I
makes
remember.
sense. He was a big dude, tall guy, probably 6'4", 6'5". I bet.
And he went to the
Mercedes was.
rival high school of Mojo, right? They played against
Did
each
they?
other, if I remember.
They played together,
out
obviously
LA.
in college.
He might have been like Long Beach Poly Prep, and Mo was Mater Dei, maybe. I don't know. I get all those names messed up.
I have no.
I don't
Donnie-
follow
Donnie
California high
Bosco.
school football.
So you got Jan and you've got Mercedes now with the Bears.
Yeah.
Where did Allen Robinson end up? Is he still with the Rams?
No.
You got another 1 year somewhere?
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Right?
But that's another one, man. There's like a pox on these guys that left. The arrow was up on Allen Robinson and Jan Ngakoue when they left, and it has not. Somebody said that Jan's deal ultimately would have been like $72 million, that one that he turned down, which would have mean he's lost $40-50 million in his career by not re-signing with the Jags.
He made a proclamation to us this morning
What does that
off
mean?
the air.
What did he say?
And I wonder if he's going to deliver on this.
Oh yeah.
This is a big proclamation, but this is one that's going to involve some networking and such. So we're going to have to figure out how to set this up. And
What do we got?
And it also involves a drill road trip.
Yeah.
Where me and E would be in the front seat, vazzed up, and you would be in the back.
Taking a nap
Drinking
or on my
brews.
phone. Or give me a 6-pack and a big
Yeah.
Gatorade bottle, and I'm good to go.
Me and E ride together.
And they die together.
Yeah.
But they do vazz up.
So we
which
do
is-
vazz up.
I don't like. It's kind of kinky.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's 9 o'clock.
It is 9 o'clock. So the drill road trip would take us to Atlanta.
ATL
Now,
shouted.
E mentioned something about the Mets. I don't care about the Mets right now. I would not want to go to Atlanta to watch the Mets, E, because it
wouldn't end well.
It's not going to end well. It's coming up in a week or two, by the way. We just got swept by the Royals. Thank you.
Wow.
Royals have won 6 in a row.
But E,
Uh-huh.
who frankly embarrassed himself running at Cliff's camp recently.
I didn't.
Says he didn't, but
I won.
he got hurt.
I did.
That's true. You're going to race freeze, and you've already.
He now wants to race the freeze.
Yeah.
So
you know
I'm
why?
a
He
train.
thinks what our guy did was easy.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's easy.
You know, we had him on, and he beat the freeze, and he's 42 years old. He's
Yeah.
like, well, damn, how hard can it be?
No, no,
And dare I
Hey, why don't you-
say the guy who was on, Ian, and this will send you into like a rage.
Why don't you?
You may come in here and come at me, but I think the guy who was on is a better athlete than you are.
Oh my! I mean, hey, I'm not the best. I'm not the greatest athlete.
I think before you race the freeze, you should have to do a prelim, and we'll bring
like
Tool.
that- I like
we'll
that
bring
idea.
Tool in to race E.
I like that idea.
Right? Because
Tool against E.
Yeah, Scott
I like
will
that.
beat the
Yeah.
freeze, and that way, E, if you can get by Tool, then
Yeah.
we'll allow you to go race. We can't, because a couple of things are going to happen here. You'll have a big, bold brand shirt on. The drill is going to be
Yeah,
all
you're
over.
representing.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And we can't have you
Embarrassing us.
embarrassing us.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Which I don't think you would do. I have.
You got faith in your boy?
You think the E can beat the freeze?
I don't.
Do you see
I
that
don't
head,
know.
with that type of head start?
Here's
Freeze
the
ain't got a
problem. I
chance.
worry about the staying power.
The stamina?
Yeah.
Oh, the boy got stamina.
You got speed, dude. That's a long run. It's about 200 yards you're running.
that's
You
a
run
lot
out of
of years of sweet stinky in there.
Hey, that gap will be too big. Freeze ain't catching
that
up.
carb's a little tarred up. Is that what you're saying?
It's a carb.
You gotta shove a pipe cleaner down there before we go.
We got to have a cleaning out session.
Cleanse, I think is what they call
So,
it.
yeah,
Cleanse.
bring Tool up here, and we'll do a preliminary.
Preliminary.
Geez,
See
yeah.
if
I don't-
Tool's up
yeah,
for that.
Tool's not going to do that. He's like, I'm going to stand on my own, man. You do you.
Tool's already beaten the
And
freeze.
by
Why
the
do I
way-
want to come
By
race
the way,
E?
didn't Tool tell us he had like a hip replacement a year ago? How does a 42-year-old with a hip replacement beat the
So
freeze?
y'all telling me? Come on, man. Yeah.
All I know is the freeze never gets beaten. He beat him. I got no
Yeah,
explanations.
yeah.
I will root for you. I hope you can. I did it, and just sight unseen, I would say you would have a chance. I don't know how fast he runs. It'd be real easy.
We don't know how fast E runs.
Yeah, but here's the deal. It's real easy. You watch a Braves game, you watch the thing, you hit your stopwatch, and you go boom, and you
Then
see
you go
how
time
long
it.
it takes
Yeah,
him to
that's
go,
fair.
and then you go to where you would start and see if you can beat the time.
News out of
That's too much work, isn't it?
No, I'm doing it.
Or you have 3 beers, you go to the stadium, you beg to race freeze, and you give it a go.
Yeah.
news out of Oregon, the Pacific Northwest. They will accept an invitation to the Big Ten if offered.
Yeah, of course they will.
No.
In other news, the
We got to get out of here.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot. We said it earlier in the week. Stuff may break by the end of the weekend. I don't think FSU is long for the ACC. They've ticked off everyone in the league.
Yeah, they
now,
don't like
too.
them now.
Yeah, and they shouldn't. The North Carolina athletic director has a valid point. If you're North Carolina or some of these schools that have been a initial, member of the ACC, FSU, Clemson, and everybody else signed that grants of rights contract in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
They signed it happily.
Mm-hmm.
Now you want to turn. And by the way, in 2016, how was FSU doing in football, Dan?
Not well.
Yeah, and so funny, FSU hadn't been screaming about going to another league. Again, I'm speaking for not my opinion, but what seems to be the North Carolina ADs. I didn't hear y'all screaming when you were winning 6 games a year. Now your brand and your value is so great that the rest of us suck. I mean, it's off-putting. That's basically what he said in a paraphrase.
Off-putting. Not esoteric.
I'll take one phone call here, and then we'll
we got?
head off to break. I don't know. We've got John wants to weigh in. We'll see.
What's up, Johnny?
Hello, John.
What's up, John? Hey, what's up, guys? How are y'all?
Good.
Good. So as a witness of E.T. in his prime,
okay.
I've seen him run the 200 at Clay. I've seen him, play football at Clay.
Okay.
Talk to him.
He's got no shot against the Freeze.
Get him out of here!
Johnny came through.
They dumped him.
We thought
he dumped him.
We thought it was a
you
setup.
had it.
I thought he called John and said, "Hey, man, call my boys and tell them what I got."
Get him out of here.
Did you know John? Do you know him?
I think I know who that is. That might be my boy JK.
You don't like him anymore.
Nah, he a big Atlanta fan. Yeah, I don't like him.
Don't hold it against us all. All right, this is the drill. We'll put a wrap on it. Gosh knows what these two have been on some kind of degenerate heater this week, so I don't know what they have planned.
Maybe superconductors again.
I'm still shimmering from the whole Lizzo conversation a few days ago, so this is the drill. It's a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life.
Taking you from the line of scrimmage to the end zone. This is 1010 XL. The Drill on 1010 XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Shark Coatings. I've been in my house for 20 years. It was 18, and I looked at my garage, and I'm like, gosh, this is disgusting. The floor stinks, it's cracked, it smells. I got a storage unit. I need to do something. And then I thought of Shark Coatings. Oh, man, and now I'm here to tell you. You'll do the same, and it'll put a smile on your face, man. It is a solution of solutions. Just go to sharkfloorcoatings.com, sharkfloorcoatings.com. Get the free estimate. Boys will come out and measure you up. Tell you how much it's going to be. You say yes, you pick your pattern, and let them take over. And they bring it all. 15-year warranty. It's the best coating that you can find. And most importantly, they get it done in one day. Anything concrete, pools, driveways, patios, but garages right now, I'm telling you, it changes your garage. It gives you a whole other room in your house. Go to sharkfloorcoatings.com, and you'll thank me later.
Men, if you're struggling with erectile dysfunction or PE, the medical providers at Prime Men's Medical Center offer breakthrough treatments that eliminate problems in the bedroom without pain or surgery. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Prime Men's Medical Center offers the most advanced treatments to eliminate ED and PE. 98% of men experience instant results on their first office visit. They're even lasting 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
Don't just take our word for it. Call Prime Men's Medical Center now for our limited time offer. Your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. You'll see instant results right in the office. You'll even get a gift that enhances your performance in the bedroom. All this, worth hundreds of dollars, is free if you call now. 904-664-8217. 904-664-8217. That's 904-664-8217.
Are you suffering from shoulder pain? If you have clicking and popping in the shoulder joint, persistent pain that intensifies with use, an inability to lift your arm over your head, or a tingling, burning sensation in the shoulder, elbow, or wrist, waiting to see a doctor could make your injury worse. Baptist Health and Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute have innovative and effective treatment options available right now to relieve your pain and restore your mobility. Don't wait. Call 904-JOI-2000.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, Forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Divorce, menonly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to divorcemenonly.com. Divorcemenonly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
I'm Hayes Carline. I'm always going to have opinions, but sometimes I've got to get the hammer out. Listen to Hammer Time, weekdays on The Frangie Show on 1010XL. Brought to you by Golden Hammer Roofing and Gutters, the golden standard in roofing.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. Youth sports are getting back into full swing, so you know what that means. Custom Yetis, so dads can keep their beer or sodas cold. Check them out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Rick Ballou for Carlson Dental. You know, I've been telling you this for quite some time because it's true. I hate going to the dentist, or at least I used to hate going to the dentist. I had total anxiety, and then I tried sedation. Light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation as well for cavities and root canals. Folks, it's an incredible experience. So don't be nervous. Don't be scared. Go to CarlsonDentalGroup.com. That's CarlsonDentalGroup.com for all of your dental needs.
Florida Home AC, the official AC partner of the Jaguars. Make them your AC partner with honest cost estimates before they start the work with no hidden fees. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
The start of training camp is here, and we want you to be the first to witness your Jacksonville Jaguars in action at our brand new Miller Electric Center practice facility. This 125,000 square foot site features a 2,100 seat grandstand for fans to attend open practices. You can see your Jaguars starting July 26th. Seats are limited, so make sure you arrive early. And remember, it was always the Jags.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Well, it's been a fast-moving Friday. Football season gets here. Boy, the days just fly by.
So fun.
In show and during the week. Yeah, we're all excited. Shoot, Florida opens now in less than 4 weeks.
And I love New York City headlines. And we didn't do them yesterday because I focused on the superconductor.
You did. I wasn't real happy with it. But
I enjoyed it. But so I thought I'd come back today strong and take over for E.
Oh.
And do New York City headlines.
He's out in the parking lot right now doing some sprints, taking this whole freeze thing serious. And
he is. He's got a lot of doubters out there. I'll do a quickie poll. Remind me to do a quickie poll on Monday.
Will he beat the freeze?
I don't have enough time right now.
Can you work that ahead of time? I don't know if you can go there already knowing you're going to. Didn't Toole say they came up to him and approached him in the line or something? Wouldn't need to try and pull some strings, I guess.
Yeah, we'd have. That's what I was saying. There's a lot of work involved.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to it.
Okay.
He's on his 27th day in Atlanta. He got turned down again.
Yeah, that'd be
he'll
fun.
Try.
Yeah.
It's now July 15th. He still hasn't gotten to race the freeze, but he has seen 26 Braves games.
Well, at least get him off those stinking Marlins and onto a winner.
Crank up the music, E!
Oh, boy, New York City headlines. So outrageous. They're true. You can't make this stuff up. It's brought to you by Pet Paradise. At least for now, they have expressed some displeasure in being associated with them.
This one's not
You
good.
would be nothing but a pleasure at Pet Paradise.
Crocodile devours soccer player in Costa Rica River before swimming away with the body.
Oof, that's
29 years old, jumped off a bridge. It said gator infested.
Yeah, I drove across one of those bridges.
Yeah,
and
do not go into those waters, boys.
I'm going to say this. I don't think you
Sad story, though.
I don't know if
29
it's
years
sad.
old. 2 kids. Awful.
If you jump into a river that says it's full of, it's not sad.
Maybe you didn't
It's
see
stupid.
it. I don't know.
It's idiocracy.
$300 million shortstop hits rock bottom in disastrous season. Trey Turner has been horrible this year. He made
I
an
love
error.
it.
It cost him a game.
Yeah, I love it. He made our 2 games ago. Unfortunately, the Phillies are winning a lot more games than they're losing, and they're going to be a playoff team. So everybody be ready for that. And that Michael Lorenzen, by the way, pitched great last night. Anyway.
What are you doing? Police honcho handcuffed during spat with wife where he threatened to end it, shoots himself in head hours later.
My favorite honcho is Mike Honcho.
Their own little world inside Tom and Arena's private and ensconced date night in New York City.
Arena Shake. Yeah. There'll be a don't worry, gang. There'll be a video at some point.
9021. Tori Spelling seen living in RV park with her 5 kids. We need a home.
She's a train wreck, and her dad's a trillionaire, isn't he? Aaron Spelling.
Grandma,
he did everything.
yeah,
and she, who's she married to? That one dude who has a lot of issues too. At the end of the day, Hollywood is a freak show. There are very few well-adjusted, happy, married with children people in Hollywood because they're a bunch of psychos.
Con man who escaped Fed prison caught living lavishly a $1.5 million Florida mansion.
I mean, you escape prison and you decide just to hole up in your mansion. I don't know, maybe stay in a cave for a few weeks.
Man drives flagpole through victim's head inside Sonic. That's what he gets.
Oof.
I just read him.
I don't ask what happened. If that's what you get, I can only imagine.
Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, Aaron finds next home a sleek New Jersey estate for $9.5 million.
He does seem like genuinely happy to have this new, took 5 years off his football life, I think.
Billion-dollar guest list, Jeff Bezos' fiancée Lauren have star-studded engagement party on yacht.
I don't know a ton. This may be too strong. I find myself hating those two people. I hate them.
Okay.
So, yeah, there's no reason. I hate them. I hate both Bezos and his
shredding retirement.
Beauty.
NBA legend makes waves while living his best life. That's Tim Duncan. Have you seen Tim Duncan? Grew his hair long.
Oh, yeah, I have.
Yeah, Rasta.
Yeah. He's I saw him involved in one of the hurricane efforts, too. What is Bahamas?
St. Croix.
St. Croix?
Shake it off. Bella Thorne busts out of sexy corset top in stunning new pic.
I could see Bella doing some busting. I'm not going to lie.
Candy Spelling found a house for her daughter, grandkids, but Tori turned it down. Insider.
Again, Hollywood is a freak show of fruitcakes and sociopathic narcissists. I mean, put them right with Bezos and the buxom beauty. I hate them all, Nick. I don't know what to tell you. It's been a glorious thing that the Oscars or the Grammys or whatever the heck they were, the Emmys, they've been canceled. Hollywood can stay on strike as far as I'm concerned. To hell with all of them.
And one bonus headline for you, because it's Florida man, 78, accused of killing wife, tossing 5 bags of her dismembered remains into ocean. Cops.
It's always a special breed of killer who not only kills but then dismembers.
Yeah, that's a different kind.
You see what I'm saying?
Kind of killing.
That's one thing to kill somebody. Don't get me wrong. That would be too big a step for most of us logically to leap to. But then the ones that get out the power saw, that's unbelievable. I mean, some people have a hard time cleaning a fish. These brothers are cutting them down into pieces.
By the way, Chloe shared photos of her son Tatum.
That's good.
At a lavish space.
Did she name him that because Jason Tatum is the father?
Oh, no, he didn't.
Oh, gosh.
No, I'm just wondering.
Oh, dear.
Uh-huh. Now, E.
Yeah?
And I think I know the answer.
Uh-huh.
But I'm going to do it anyway.
Talk to me.
You benched, cut, and started the other day.
Yeah.
So
yesterday.
So now I'm going to give you another 3-pack.
All right, I'm listening.
I'm going right into the coven itself.
Okay.
Chloe, Kim, and Courtney, please.
I really like Courtney. I really do. She's the quiet, chill one.
Uh-huh.
But it's Kim 1, Courtney 2, Chloe 3. Chloe getting cut.
I go, she's throwing me off with this whole Barker romance.
Yeah.
It was Courtney forever. I thought she was the most normal of them, and she has proven that that's not the case with this stupidity that she's into with the tattooed one. And it's not him or it's just the way they act. You're acting like a little doddering, little childish fool, y'all. Can anyone be normal? Anyway, so she used to be one, but I mean, somehow when you make Kim the stable one, the one who birthed this whole clan because she made a sex tape that, quote-unquote, got released.
It's true.
She had no celebrity and nothing. Yeah, I'm going to cut them all.
I got to say.
I'm cutting them all. I'm getting started in expansion.
Well, that's because you want to not get cursed.
Yeah, I'm cutting them all.
He's willing to take the chance of
absolutely.
throwing his life away.
Yeah, I'm going to cut it. All three of them.
You should.
Yeah, I got nothing for any of them. But Courtney had a real shot for a long time. She was a sympathetic figure with that Disick cat. But, now.
Maybe
how do I know this? My daughter, my wife, they all watch that Keeping Up. They all did.
By the way, that's Lord Disick. This may be cruel of me.
Okay.
But the Tatum kid is a goofy-looking little fella.
Well, she's goofy-looking. She looked like Chewbacca for a long time. And
Yeah.
enough surgery sculpted her up into a...
And you can't hide this. You can't sculpt him yet, so he's got a little mini...
Are you kidding?
He's got a little mini Chewy
the
about
clan
him.
will have him in the plastic surgeon's office by the end of the day. They don't care about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he's got a little bit...
They'll operate on his little two-month-old face.
He's got a little bit of mini Chewy about him, I think.
Young Chewy?
Young Chewy.
He's okay. Is that another Tristan Thompson baby?
Yeah, that's a
That's Tristan's baby.
That's also a weird deal.
Yeah.
They're not together, right?
But they're living.
this
They're
week?
not together, but they're living together or something.
I think your girl. I think I read in one of the
My girl.
E's girl.
Oh yeah.
I think I read in one of the little celebrity rags was like hanging out and partying with Tristan in Miami after the Messi game. What's that all about?
Who? Oh, Kim.
Kim would definitely throw down with anyone. It doesn't matter if it's her sister's boy or not.
I don't think so. I don't think
Well, wait till the video comes out and then tell me.
I'll watch it. Yeah.
There's the happy family. Look at Courtney. She's big as a house right now. And
She's
look
pregnant,
at Barker. My gosh.
They're just so weird. They're just so. It's just like
Barker very close to going to
sociopathy.
jail, but definitely a tatted up fool. But right up to like the chin. But I don't know if there's any on the face.
I don't know if he
just
has
think
it on the
Kourtney
face.
Kardashian, of all the people in the world, and she's got all these things. She one day saw a video and said, "Yeah, that guy, boy, he's hot."
Oof.
Really?
They like bad boys, man.
Yeah.
Is Travis Barker really a bad boy?
You know, he was a drummer. Wasn't he, what, Blink 182?
Since when is a Blink 182 drummer a bad boy?
You know, the perception.
Drugs and rock and roll.
Rock and roll,
and
yeah.
hats, and that's a bad boy.
Exactly. Yep.
Plenty of guys with wearing a tie today that got the drug part handled.
We got to run.
This is the drill. That's what's trending. It's brought to you by Pet Paradise. In all seriousness, they're absolute
Apologies.
top-notch, number one pet service providing. If you're a picky pet parent, trust me on this. Don't go to the imitators. They're trying to do it like Pet Paradise does it, but they're the originator. And don't go to the imitator. You go to the innovator. And Pet Paradise they're always adding to your experience. And by the way, if you need long-term boarding or you're going out of town, guess what? The airport location, 24-hour pickup and delivery. It's those little nuances, and there are a lot of them that just separate Pet Paradise from everyone else. Go to Pet Paradise today.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. It's hard to explain, but play-by-play just sounds better on the radio.
What a turn of events!
1010XL, Jacksonville's home for play-by-play.
Why can't I just speak to an actual human being? I need a new bank.
Well, actually, at One-to-One Financial, communication is not only number one, it's one-to-one. When you call, you get to talk to a real live Jacksonville human, fast, and with someone who's truly concerned about your needs, your security, and finding solutions as a team.
Thank you.
Ready to break up with your bank? Find a real long-term banking relationship at One-to-One Financial, Jacksonville's hometown credit union. Visit one-to-onefcu.org for more information on opening an account today.
Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, this is Stevie Beechurst of Beechurst Plumbing. Growing up in Jacksonville, I was always proud when my dad would point at a building and say, "I did the plumbing for that." That's the same kind of pride we instill in every plumber here at Beechurst Plumbing. And that's the kind of pride you can expect when you hire Beechurst Plumbing for your home or business. Right now, we're doing summer specials to get your project going. To find out how we can help you, visit BeechurstPlumbing.com. BETROS Plumbing.com. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
It's time to crank up the heat where the helmets meet. Huddle up! Huddle up! Every time something you need to know happens at training camp, you'll hear about it on 1010XL. Let's go! Brought to you by Kingfish Pest Control and Roland Reach Plumbing.
If your lawn is not as green as you'd like, it's time to go orange by calling Orange Environmental Services, Jacksonville's highest quality pest control for over 45 years. Frank Frangie here. I've trusted Orange Environmental to take care of our home's pest control needs for years. With the Orange Shield Protection Plan for your home or office, you can relax knowing Orange Environmental will handle pest control, termite control, and mosquito control. Orange Environmental has been giving Northeast Florida peace of mind from bug problems since 1972. Call them today at 272-3284.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On August 4th, 2007, Alex Rodriguez becomes the youngest player in MLB history to hit 500 home runs, connecting on the first pitch he sees as Yankees beat Royals.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
This is Keith Catlin for Catlin Truck Accessories, and we are so blessed to be in business for over 100 years. Over 100 years of the best product and customer service means you can count on Catlin. From Roll-and Lock bed covers to Lear toppers to Cam Locker toolboxes, Catlin Truck Accessories has you covered when it comes to your truck or van. We do those too. Got a fleet of vehicles? We can outfit them all.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
One name, one location, 100 years. You can count on Catlin.
Life a little expensive right now? If you need cash, Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jack's Beach is ready to buy. Gold, silver coins, and flatware, guitars and guns. Beaches Jewelry and Pawn wants to buy them. See Chuck and get extra cash only at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn.
Brackish Vodka, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, is the smoothest local vodka you can find. Made right here in Jacksonville, Florida, 100% from corn, Brackish Vodka is the local gluten-free choice. Brackish Vodka, for those that live life slightly salty. A proud partner of the Jaguars. Enjoy a Duval Donkey and shoot some stick at 9 Ball Heaven Sports Grill and Billiards on University Boulevard.
How much space junk is orbiting the Earth? The answer coming up.
With hurricane season now here, the only weather you need to be concerned about is whether your homeowner's insurance policy will cover you in the event of storm damage. Ask about Southern Oak Insurance today.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
According to NASA, there's over 30,000 pieces of space junk larger than 10 centimeters orbiting the Earth.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Frank Frangie here for Stanley Pools. There's a reason Stanley Pools is a family tradition of fine swimming pools. It's locally owned and run by the Stanley family since 1988. I've trusted Stanley Pools to build and renovate our pool, and they do a fantastic job of maintaining it. I've recommended Stanley Pools for years for pool construction, repairs, maintenance, and renovation. Call Stanley Pools at 269-7277 today to transform your backyard. That's Stanley Pools, 269-7277.
This is Dr. Michael Iorio, internal medicine physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
The biggest buzz at Jaguars training camp so far has been about wide receiver Calvin Ridley. Ridley spoke after practice this morning and shared his excitement to play with Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor's a great player, man. I'm so excited to be on this team with him. I think we can do so much. You know, I'm trying to honestly keep it kind of low because I just, you guys are giving all of it away, I feel, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to keep it low key so I can go out there and do what I do and they're not worried about me so much.
Calvin Ridley after training camp practice this morning, courtesy of Jaguars.com. The Jaguars have an off day tomorrow. They will practice inside the stadium on Saturday morning. I'm Andrew Gibson with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 2-minute drill, brought to you by Tire Outlet. Keeping the sports world spinning with wholesale prices and premium service. Tire Outlet, Jacksonville's largest locally owned automotive repair shop.
I'm in Robo Tiger.
Oh, the clock is ticking. Tony's here. Hey, Tone.
Good morning.
What's cooking on Jaguars today on a Football
Friday? We'll have Tom McManus in, as we do each Friday throughout the entire year.
Yes.
Right? Even with, we'll be kicking off our, weekly schedule starting in a couple weeks with
Mhm.
Dave Garrard in on Mondays and Jeff Loggeman on Tuesdays.
Okay.
And through the whole thing as we get into a football schedule after
Right.
the preseason officially gets started next weekend. Our question of the day today asking, now that Yannick Ngakoue is off the market, do you think the Jags will sign a free agent pass rusher before the first game of the 2023 season? We made it easy with just a yes or no option in the poll today.
So it could be any pass rusher then.
Yeah.
So what, you got Justin Houston, Jadeveon Clowney.
I'm sure there's some other
Robert
guys.
Quinn.
Melvin
I saw a
Ingram.
list.
Yeah.
Nobody that's I don't know.
I sure wish they would.
Sometimes one of those guys will show up on a good team and get you 8 or 10, but man, it's not
Justin
since
Houston's done it for the last 2
yeah,
years.
Yeah. But Jan's done it every year. He's just unwanted, I guess.
Jan's the 10-sack nomad.
Yeah.
You know, like
He's 8 to 10 every
Yes.
year. 6th team already, Tony.
Yeah.
It's
We were
amazing.
talking earlier, Tony. He wanted $22 million a year back in 17, 18, whatever.
And he got offered 4 years, $72
He's
million.
never even
Turned it
come
down.
close to making 22.
His whole
million.
career, he won't make that
Yeah.
offer that he turned
took
his nose
less
up at.
money on the franchise tag just to get out of here.
Yeah.
Right? Like he
Crazy.
took a renegotiated year on the franchise
Yeah.
tag to get to Minnesota and
Correct.
get out of
And
Jacksonville.
they didn't pay him.
And they didn't
right.
pay him.
And then they traded
And then
him.
they traded him.
In the middle of the year.
Yeah.
And then Baltimore got rid, and then the Colts, and then
Something
somebody.
about him is that they don't like. It's
Yeah.
got to be more than just the play on the field.
Well, have a great show.
Thank you.
Jaguars today set to roll here at 10 o'clock. We have completed our mission this week on the drill.
At last check for Drill Golf Day, which you can now sign up. Sign-ups are open online at the Julington Creek Golf Club website.
Yes.
You go to the tee times. You scroll forward to August 14th. That's the
Half
day we're
full
doing
already.
it. More than half full.
Yeah.
The 72 spots, there were only 34 left last I checked. So get the
Get it
word
done
out.
this weekend, $50, and we'll.
And by the
we'll
way, if you
remind on
sign up,
Monday.
you're in. And if you're not, you are going to be ostracized like you've never expected.
Oh, dear.
You will be going to the Guggen Hall of Shame. So
No.
only sign up if you want to go. We want guys signing up, wanting to come out and have fun that day. And don't take a spot that in hindsight you won't be able to fill, even if you paid for it. Anyway, not assuming that that's going to happen, but we look forward to that day, which is now just a week and a half away, and to the weekend that's here. Enjoy Jaguars today. It's been a GFL Friday on the drill.
The Drill from